Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at it. They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still in the stars with the show, and till then, his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a motor. No proof, like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like under the city, the driver's side floor. Gucci a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. Hey, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch it on YouTube, but view it for free. Hey, this one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wondering what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Oh, seriously, where the hell is he? Just went off.
What?
This
What?
is crazy.
Let me do my best, Leroy.
What? Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question? Welcome on in, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. The Miami Heat, in the wee hours of the night last night, acquired Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks. Pat Riley, it had been a while. The harpoon was a little rusty, but he did it. He got the deal done. Pat Riley got his orca, got his whale, got his Moby Dick, hauled him into the boat at 601 Biscayne Boulevard, gave up whatever they had to get it done, and the Greek Freak is coming to Miami. I'm just going to say one thing to the window real quick because I'm not going to lie. I was a wee bit scared yesterday. And I didn't know how this was going to go. I was a little scared. I didn't know how this is going to go, but I want to do something real quick. All right. I'm looking down 601 Biscayne Boulevard. Okay. I'm going down, and I just want to say one thing. I'm on my knees. All right. Pat, Godfather, forgive me. I had forsaken you. I had doubts that this rat bastard Brad Stevens was going to foist us again. I broke the first Heat commandment. Thou shalt not doubt, Pat Riley. Thou hast delivered. I am sorry, Pat. You did it. You got us the freak. And now the league is in trouble because the Miami Heat are mother bleeping back, dude. Leroy. It is Goosey's on top of Goosey's on top of Goosey's, and yet still on top of more Goosey's. Where the hell did you go, man?
If you must know, I had to pee.
No. It's a long ride over here?
Huh?
It was a long ride over here?
No, it was actually pretty quick, but I just rushed this morning. Oh, wow. Even got Jennifer here in single digits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's summer. It should be like.
Yeah. Train.
Wow. All right. Yeah. He just wants to deflect all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But man, that was night last. Did you find out this morning? When did you find out? Because we were
last night.
Okay, so you were up when you saw this.
It wasn't that I was up. I was just walking by my phone, right? Really on the way to bed. And I was like, oh. And then I had to go to Twitter. And then
Twitter was crazy last night.
I saw it.
What were you doing?
I was watching ESPN as it broke.
Did you really?
It was in the middle of a Padres-Braves game.
Oh, wow.
So basically at 11:57, they come back for commercial real quick because they had to get back to the game. They're like, During the Giannis sweepstakes, the Miami Heat, they real quick mentioned the trade. Back to the game. Back to baseball.
We got to get back to the pods. The Friars are up.
Yeah.
Dude, so last night, it was crazy. So I'm like, obviously, I'm refreshing like crazy. And then, like, last night, Chris Haynes, comes out, and he's just like, he has two strange updates where, he's like, the Boston Celtics are the favorite to get him. And then he goes and he does this really weird one where he goes, Giannis didn't even really want to be on the Heat that much. And everybody's just like, what? He's like, yeah, it wasn't even one of his top destinations. It was super strange.
You know what I take pride in? And this is note. Every time that I have given you a little peek into the people I know and giving you information,
Yep.
I have never been wrong.
That's right.
I've never put stuff out there just to get a click. I've never said anything just to get people going, right? And so it bothers me when people, like, how off the beaten path could those comments be?
I don't know.
And so they'll just, and what I hate about it is he'll just move on to the next thing.
I found it super strange because
Right.
he's a guy that's supposedly close to Giannis, and he has been the entire time being like, yeah, Giannis wants to be in a place with sun and no tax. And then yesterday, just oddly was like, yeah, the Celtics are the favorite, and Giannis never really wanted to be on the Heat anyway. I was like, what?
Like, it's the
So-
craziest thing. And in fact, he is the only one that was saying that. And it just, like, you don't, like, there's no penalty for this. There's no penalty for these comments that have not one bit of truth.
Yeah, it was super weird.
Right.
Super weird. And so then I got like 70 people on noties right now. Like I had every reporter that could break this, but you only need one. It's going to be Shams. But the thing with Shams lately, and this was really annoying throughout the day,
Mm-hmm.
Shams has tweets, but then he tweets 3 times about the same thing. So like,
You got to
Yes.
keep going
Yeah,
in case something's
but so my
different.
phone goes bloop, bloop, bloop. Like yesterday, he had like a Knicks forward, like the 14th guy in the New York Knicks opted
Right.
into a contract, and he had 3 tweets about it. And I was like, oh my God. So then last night, Dan, do you remember, did you see the Minnesota news? That was probably like 11:30-ish, right?
Right.
It was, they had traded Julius Randle. They salary dumped Julius Randle, and they signed Ayo Dosunmu, right? And so I heard bloop. My phone was, I had my phone on all day. I was like, yeah, it's kind of dead. I need to put this on I need to plug it in, give it a minute. And so then again, I'm just like, it's going bloop, bloop. I'm just like, oh man, more Dosunmu tweets? What's going on? And so I just venture over to my phone because it's like, I'm just going to shut off the light just so it charges that. And I'm like, oh, what? Giannis? This is it?
Can I just tell you?
I thought it was a Dosunmu tweet.
Can I just tell you? You are something.
Why, dude?
Because you never wanted him.
Because the excitement that you're showing now
Mhm.
is not
No.
even close
Mhm.
to the anticipation you were showing before.
No, stop. Because it's the fact that the news broke out, and not even 6 minutes later, this man was already on live
Yeah.
with a captain's hat on,
Mhm.
glasses, and I
Yeah,
forgot
but,
what else.
like-
But I've been true to everything that I had said. What did I say in the list? Because this is the thing that you two love to do, is you love to finagle the facts of what did I
not-
say that I wanted?
All right.
Is I just wanted them to get somebody.
Mhm.
I just wanted them to win the
You
chase.
said that afterwards when you said you didn't want Giannis anymore.
Yeah, I said that I was tired of Giannis's act, which his act did grow very, very stale.
It was.
But more than anything is I wanted Pat Riley to show that he had still got it. And I haven't deterred off that, but I hadn't been doing the whale thing all summer because why would I? They had not gone through, which is why before when you were driving up, I don't know where, but I was apologizing down to Biscayne Boulevard,
Mhm.
got on my
You did.
knees and apologized to the Godfather
You
forever
were on your
forsaking him.
knees.
It's on
So-
video.
So
It's on video, Jennifer.
so
When you're
it-
tardy B, you miss the bits.
it seems like to me that what happened here is that some of the people got together and said, listen,
Mhm.
look, why are we holding on to these young guys? let's go get whatever it takes.
Right.
And that's the difference between now and the last 2 years of trying to get somebody that they said this may hurt, but it's Giannis.
Right.
And so I think they just went back to what they've done over the however many years Pat has been here besides the last 3 years.
I was already at the point where, like, I know this is going to hurt once we lost Ware. I'm just like, listen, I've accepted it. We're losing Ware. It's going to sting a little bit.
Right.
Would I have loved to keep Jakučionis? Of course.
Of course.
I was getting ready. Listen, you guys weren't going to watch him in Lithuania. I was. All right. I was excited to see Jakučionis and what he was going to do, but he's 20 years old. Erik Spoelstra
is not going to play him.
He now has his veteran team is going to be defensively minded first.
No shooters.
That's his identity as a coach. That's what he loves.
No shooters.
Yet. No shooters. Yet.
Well, I'm talking about right now.
Well, and everybody's talking about right now. Just give him time, baby. Give him time.
Wait.
Give him time, baby. Give him time.
You didn't do that.
What do you mean?
You're being.
What didn't I give him time for?
You are in no position to tell me to give him time.
Offseason just happened. What are you talking about? Give him time. You don't think Adam Simon is gonna draft some D3 shooter tomorrow in the second round we've never heard of, and he's gonna break the 3-point record for the Heat? Because I guarantee he will.
I mean, that's what Dunks was.
Let me just tell you something. Adam Simon in the second round is more dangerous than he is in the first round. You give him a second round pick, you might as well have given him a first round pick. Good luck. Big mistake by the Bucks not getting that asset. Big mistake. And by the way, this is the I'm sorry asset from the league. You know what you did.
I still am confused by that. I'm still very confused by how, with that whole debacle with Terry Rozier, that the only thing the Heat get back is a second round pick.
Yeah, it's another day. It's another story for another day. Mm-hmm. Today is a day. Giannis is on the Miami Heat.
I like Bobby Portis too.
Oh,
I like Bobby Portis.
Love that move. Love that move.
And Bobby Portis is very similar to what Wiggins does, right? In that he can shoot a little bit.
He can shoot a lot.
Wing.
He's a really good shooter.
He can play the wing. So they're similar. Like they just have the same.
Well, he's a lot bigger.
Well, same skill set.
He's a 4-5 guy.
Yeah. So that could be a backup center. At times
they'll probably be lineups where they play all three of them.
Huh?
They'll probably be lineups where they play all three of them.
Him and
Giannis and Bam.
Giannis, Bam, and Portis, or
Yeah.
Giannis, Bam, and Jović.
Yeah, they'll probably do Giannis. They'll mix in with Wiggins too. Like they're gonna probably mix all three of those guys together. The big thing is the Heat are gonna probably have to add one guy in the backcourt. Who is it gonna be? There's a lot of stuff out there with Norm right now as far as will they might have lost him already. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to see. Could they do a sign and trade with them? There's a lot of stuff that's still out there. That's why I'm saying a lot. There is a lot of stuff that is unsettled with this whole thing.
You got the starting point.
Yeah, you got the starting point. The point of it was,
and that's the same thing that happened. People don't realize that's the same thing happened with the big three. We were having the same comment. We got three guys now. Who's gonna? And then it just start filling out.
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. The Heat, these are the deets. They get Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks for Tyler Herro, Kel'el Ware, Jaime Jaquez Jr. Feel bad. Dude, I always feel bad. They always find Jaime Jaquez on candid camera when these trades happen.
Oh my God, when he was on the court.
He was he was playing to pick up basketball. And some guy's like, hey, bro.
At 12 at night?
Well, he's on the West Coast.
Oh, okay.
They just sit your ass in Milwaukee. But do you remember like when the Jimmy trade happened? Like somebody from the Philly crowd is like, hey, the Jimmy trade happened. And you could just see Jaime. Jaime was terrified. He thought he was getting dealt too.
Right.
But Jaime Jaquez Jr., Kasparas Jakučionis, 3 first-round picks, a swap, and a second-rounder. They also used their $15 million trade exception from the Duncan Robinson deal to get Bobby Portis. The trade picks, the picks they traded is a pick swap in 2030 and the first-round picks in 31 and 33 and a second-rounder in 2033.
Jeez.
Those
7 years out.
Yep. The Heat actually have some picks coming up.
Yeah, they got three picks in the next 4 years.
It'll depend. Yeah, when they have the Rat Bastard Hornets pick they have to convey, and then they're in the clear for a little bit. So it's crazy. We're gonna react to it. We're gonna get you guys calls here in just a second. We'll hear from you guys. Last night the Marlins, they fell to the Rangers 4-3. The series continues today, 6:40 with Sandy on the hill. It was cool seeing the Scots there yesterday. What is that called? The what army?
Tartan
Dan?
Army?
Tartan Army.
Tartan.
That was fun. I enjoyed that. What an atmosphere.
Did they take it over or what?
They took it over.
They took it over.
They took it over. They took it over.
I tell you what, I bet you Lone Depot didn't run out of beer.
I don't know.
They ain't run out of beer.
I don't know.
Like that's a South Florida thing.
They had the bagpipes out
there. If you buying, we selling.
And then a big day up at Fort Lauderdale today. In about 45 minutes, Brady Tkachuk will be introduced as a Florida Panther.
Wow, they were quick.
They were quick. Yeah, we don't got to wait till July 6th.
You think his brother will be with him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that even a cool?
Oh, and his dad made the Hall of Fame yesterday. Keith Tkachuk finally got in the Hall of Fame.
Cool.
Big week for the Tkachuks. So we will endeavor some turnaround on that. I believe Vlad is boots on the ground there today. So we'll see what with the Tkachuks and their big day here down in South Florida. But obviously celebrating the Miami Heat acquiring Giannis. If you guys want to give some thoughts about it, 305-567-0560, 305-567-0560. We're here to celebrate today. We're here with you till 2 o'clock. We're back after this. Oh, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Leroy, can you read a weather update brought to us by Tornado Roofing and Contracting? Replacing roof repairs, maintenance, hurricane impact, windows, and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
So, question.
Limp mic for Luchu.
Blue Chew, after checking with Jennifer and looking out west,
Yeah.
that's definitely rain. That's rain. That's not smoke.
That's ominous.
Yeah, that looks ominous. Starting a little bit earlier today.
You know what's shiny though? Right down at 601 Biscayne Boulevard.
Oh, you need to stop.
Yeah,
You
dude.
need to stop. We can't. Like,
It's the only place that doesn't really have that much clouds, you know?
Yeah. And so that's true.
What you guys see is the glow from Pat Riley.
I'm looking for planes. I can't see them. I probably can't even see the airport from here. That's how ominous it looks over there. So be careful out there because it looks like there's going to be some rain showers today earlier rather than later. It's still hot, very, very, very hot, and the winds aren't blowing. No trees. Maybe the trees are just tired because it's just like they're hardly moving. So I'm going to say wind 5-10 miles an hour out of the, I'm going to say east because it's that time of year. And it's raining like southwest of here, like serious rain. So be careful out there.
Man, crazy. We're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch, 104.3 WQAM. As we take you guys up until 2, the Miami Heat yesterday, they
Actually, it was
agreed.
this morning.
Technically, yeah. I actually think they beat midnight by a little bit.
You know what I hate about this? Okay. We get trades, we get all this stuff, but you can't really announce it until a certain date. Just go, like, what are we doing? The draft is going to put on a Heat hat.
He is. I can't wait for that tonight. We're still going to the draft party. We still got a draft party today.
They can't announce Giannis till what, the 6th?
I think it's like the 6th. Yeah.
Right.
They're
what
leaving.
are we doing?
Well, because they want to leave room for expanding the trade if they have to. But the deal is agreed to in principle for just these two parties should it happen. The same thing happened with Durant last year, where Durant was agreed to between the Suns and Rockets, but then it didn't get done until the official league year because a lot of people wanted to get in on it to facilitate it and things like that. So that's why.
Okay.
That's
all
why.
right.
So
I got it.
Don't expect a Giannis introductory press conference until July.
We basically gave up starting 5.
Yeah.
Well, so
the Heat basically gave up. Somebody put this to me last night on my YouTube chat. They said it was basically 7 first-round picks, which they did. The Heat made a big deal last year about like, hey, we have our last 6 first-round picks on the roster. Well, 4 of them just went out the door.
Well, and the problem is that how can you say something like that but then not treat them that way? Right? Like they always talked about the youth and whatever, but as soon as a guy made a mistake, he was sitting on the bench.
Not all of them. I mean, like Tyler Herro got everything that he needed to do.
Tyler Herro was probably one of the ones that they like,
Jaime,
this is our guy.
Jaime got the last year's offense was tailored for Jaime Jaquez, like to bounce back his season. And look, the Heat were probably in a position with Jaime, where he was up on his contract, he was getting ready for to be extension eligible.
Probably did him a favor.
Probably.
I just think like it's cool to see like the development of the youth, to see them do it that way. I think what they did here, right? Somebody had to twist their arm to get to, but they could have very easily done it the last couple of years, right? But here's the difference. This year, the desirable pieces were a little bit different than last year. So last year, you would have said Jović. Oh, we don't want to give up Jović. Jović is going to be a star.
Mm-hmm.
And this year was Kel'el. Last year, Jaime would have been a throw-in.
Yeah.
Right. And now he's like one of the pieces.
Juicy. Yep.
Right. Jakučionis wasn't, he wasn't even here, so it didn't matter, but he came on pretty good.
He had nice moments. He had nice moments. Last year.
For a 19-year-old, that's what you get. Nice moments.
Yeah.
So yeah. So,
Well, the
like,
reports today from Sam Amick was the last thing that got it over. The Heat reportedly, according to The Athletic, wanted to try and make this deal, giving up Davion and keeping Jakučionis, but the Bucks didn't want Davion because he's on the last year of his deal, and they wanted a little bit more youth. He's still young, Davion Mitchell, but that was but look, hey, listen, Davion, I'll say this. They tried to trade Goran Dragic the final season, dude. They tried to trade him to Dallas, and you know what? It ended up working for him. So don't worry about that. Don't you sweat it. Don't you sweat it. Let's go.
Now there's a lot more pressure on Jović. I think
if he's here, we'll see.
You think they'll still try to move him?
I don't know how much value could possibly be in a guy who just had that year and is owed $60+ million guaranteed, but the Heat are also hard capped now, so I'm gonna imagine they're gonna try and
that's the thing that's very confusing. There's that rain I was telling you about. I could see it. The problem is that I don't know enough about the cap, like hard cap versus it's so confusing. Especially basketball is just so confusing when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, it's also boring. But I would say the big thing is they're going to have to figure out, one, is Wiggins coming back? I think the early read is they would love to have him back. Do they shave down his salary for like a multi-year deal? Yeah.
Right.
And then it sounds like the early read is Brian Windhorst is saying that they likely will lose Norman Powell. We'll see. Could they do a sign and trade with Norm, though, and then bring something in? So, like, let's say Norm finds a location because there's not a lot of teams with cap space. He obviously wants a multiple-year deal. Could they do something like that to bolster?
Get another player.
Yeah. Okay. So I think there's some mechanism there. They have a $15 million exception, so they can bring in a player.
You're in the used car lot,
huh?
For $15 million, you're in the used car lot.
You're in the used car lot, but I think you could maybe the most productive used car. Who wants to be in great weather, tax, no state tax, and play with Giannis? That's the appeal.
Right.
Jay, what's going on, dude?
Hey man, how y'all doing today, man?
Good.
How are you doing?
I'm great, man. Exciting day. Got it done. But I also want to say minus one to you, Tobin, and all the Pete Twitter. Everybody that been killing Riley for not making moves. I believe that at some point you got to make a stand. You can't. I get everybody saying, "Oh, those guys not good enough," but you can't give up everything to get certain guys.
Right, but it kind of sounds like Pat Riley agreed with me. So in a way, what you really mean is point for me. I think is what you mean.
Yeah. No. My point is that I think they wanted Pella. They wanted everything. So at some point you got to keep some of the guys. You can't give up everything.
But almost.
I'm glad
everything.
Yeah. But I'm glad they did it. I'm glad they made it happen.
I'm glad we're on the same page, dude.
Yeah. I think now Spo gonna have to get in his bag. Like,
oh yeah,
he's
well, Spo, let me tell you something. Spo's thrilled. He's like, this is a team I love. This is gonna be a team he's gonna wrap his arms around.
Exactly. And I think that what he's gonna have to do is I get Giannis. He's gonna have to go back. If you watch the offense from like 2013 when we had the Heat, when he had LeBron, like he's gonna have to do something like that. Giannis don't need to be on the perimeter. Like, work on him getting on the block. Work on him, because then you could kind of get double teams and get him to pass out the 3-point shooters. Like, I get everybody want to do that 3-point jump, but in the playoffs, like, we got to work on that half-court offense, because the half-court offense the last couple of years has been terrible. Like, it's been pathetic. And I'm like, you got to work to try to get guys open. And also I wanted to say is that I'm just glad this happening, man. It's just we're as Heat fans are spoiled, and one of the things why I get so mad at Heat fans when they complain is the fact that, like, we had Zoe at one point doing that. Then we had the Wade and Shaq. Then we had LeBron and Bosh. It's like we've had 4 iterations. Jimmy Butler. We have 4 iterations of teams that was good, and a lot of the Knicks just won the championship after 53 years. Like, we've been spoiled as a Heat fan base, and I think that sometimes we get in the thing where it's like they're not working out, but you're not. You have to go through some laws, and like we've been spoiled for the last 20 years where we haven't went through many laws. So I think we got to appreciate what we have as a fan base and say that at least they try, at least they make things happen. So, that's all I want to say, man.
Appreciate you, Jay. Thank you. And I'm glad you agree with me. Yeah, that's all.
We got to go to break.
But in the end,
by the way,
what?
You do that thing.
What?
got to
Stop blinking.
Yes,
Stop blinking.
dude.
What?
You're unbearable.
You know what you do. You're
What did I
embarrassing.
do?
You're embarrassing.
What did I do?
You're embarrassing.
Just a
Like,
couple of guys
you
on the
are-
phone agreeing
you
with each
are-
other.
You made him say that.
I didn't make anybody say anything, dude.
Really?
All I'm saying is Pat
Really?
Riley ultimately agreed with me. Do what it takes to get the deal done. He did it. That's literally all I've been asking for. Literally all I've been asking for.
You think he's better at that than you?
Well, he's got a resume, but I wanted to remember. Sometimes you got to remember. You got to tell a fighter, hey, you still got last thing to go is power, Pat. Last thing to go. You just got to bite down on that mouthpiece and swing, and send a Lithuanian point guard to Milwaukee. If that's what it takes.
No more Lithuanian lizard.
What? Lithuanian lizard. Hell out of here.
You're
See
so
you.
false. That's
See you,
crazy.
dude.
What is wrong? I mean, like,
Jokić.
wow. I just could imagine when I'm gone. He goes, never wanted him.
Dante, please.
Why?
please.
What?
Just
It's too
clip
much.
This. Just clip
Clip
this
what?
for future reference ever.
What?
Don't
Wait,
worry about it. Just
what are you, a
another
Bucks? What are you-
expression.
No.
Milwaukee Bucks
Can
fan
I-
thing?
wait.
Like, I don't understand. What are you doing?
Jennifer, I'm familiar with this man's work. Here's how it goes. A month, 2 months, 3 months. We're going to say, oh, remember when you said this, and this? And he's going to say, get the tape. And then we're going to have to
all
pull
right.
it up.
You guys are Jakučionis
So
guys.
many-
I get you. Now all of a sudden, the two of you. Two.
No, that's not. You were a Jakučionis guy, and now you're like,
it's not on the Heat anymore. See ya. See ya. I wish you no success.
Please answer the next
you
question.
think Kel'el's going to, of all the guys, you think Tyler's going to have bounce back and Kel'el,
If he's healthy, Tyler's gonna have a good year.
especially on that team, because
It's probably gonna be a battle for the ball between him and Kuzma.
if you're Kuzma.
Did you ever get those stats?
Yeah, did you? How about them Kuzma stats, dude?
He's not that good. He's okay.
The World Football Scoreboard is brought to you by your local Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is truly a match for every match with 29-degree drafts of Michelob Ultra, spicy margaritas made with Casamigos, and unrivaled views all tournament. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views. I mean, the story yesterday was messy, dude.
Another two goal, and he missed a free kick.
I know, and he missed a free kick. Ridiculous. He's ridiculous. France also won 3-0. Mbappé, he had a pair of goals. The Stars have been out to play. They're good. I don't know if you guys know this about those guys.
Which is like, if you take the handful of soccer players, they all been balling except for Ronaldo.
Yeah, he's washed. What are you going to do? I feel bad for him almost.
I mean, think about this.
He's back at it today, though. Uzbekistan. That's a good bounce back game.
The fact that he's out there is probably part, like, even with Argentina, they used to take Messi and kind of use him, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this was like a storyline last World. I'm not even a big soccer guy. This was a storyline last World Cup was Ronaldo. So like the idea that more years have passed.
Right. And they're playing him 90 minutes.
And Messi looks better than ever. It's insane. Norway beat Senegal 3-2, and Algeria beat Jordan 2-1 filthy yesterday. Today you got Portugal, Uzbekistan at 1:00, England and Ghana at 4:00. 7:00 today, Panama and Croatia at 7:00, and then the night game from Mexico is Colombia and Congo.
Croatia had their one run, huh? How are they doing?
How are they doing? They lost to England and they lost 4-3, Dan, in that first game, or 4-2. It's a pretty good game. We'll take a break. We'll get to your calls. I see everybody there on hold, and we'll be back with more after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program, streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. Shout out to our boy Christos, right?
Yeah.
Hello, Bum.
Hello, Bum.
What do you think about having Giannis as teammate? And also, my beat writer now. They should have Greek boots on the ground. I think it should be, you know, you got Ira, you got Anthony, you got Tim Reynolds, and then Christos. The Greece is going to want to know what's going on down here, dude. I'm telling you right now. Man, this is so much fun. I'm so happy for Bam. Bam's like, yes, finally.
Has he reacted at all?
He has not.
No.
You know, maybe he's trying to have you know, how do you act like that when half your teammates get traded? You gotta be a little gentle with that.
I think he'll be a lot better with it than Jimmy was.
What do you mean?
Just like, I think Bam genuinely is going to miss his friends, but understand and be able to say it in a way where, like, this is the nature of this sport.
Right.
And we understand, you know, that these things happen.
These guys have always had a lot of respect for each other. I know the agent tie's always been there forever, but I mean, that was such a huge key. Why the Heat had success was, yeah, Jimmy was really great. I would say, especially in the first series, but you know, Jimmy was great, obviously, in that second series when Supernova. But man, Bam's athletic ability to make Giannis work was such a big thing in those series. And yeah, Giannis got banged up in the second one for sure, but that was I think that's kind of one of the first things we all talked about with Bam, was that he was the Giannis stopper, that he was the guy who could really match up with him better than anybody else in the league when the guy was unstoppable.
Right.
And so now they're teammates, and that's really, really cool.
I think they seem to have very similar games, so they can work well together and work off of each other.
Yeah, I think
they would understand. Now, Bam, I think this, believe it or not, could also move Bam out to the 4 at times, which I would like to see more of. I think sometimes we ask Bam to do a lot of stuff that maybe somebody else should be doing, and he should be able to use his skill set a little bit more instead of using his skill set for what the Heat need.
I think also you can't take for granted, you know, the percentage wasn't awesome last year from 3, but he took a lot of threes. A lot. Like, I was looking at it today because I was like, I wanted to look at the Heat shooters. Bam took 5.5 threes a game last year.
And what was he was 35?
Like 30-ish percent. But he even admits, like, I probably took too many of those. I mean,
but I bet you, but he'll say that in front of camera. But when he goes home, he's like, "But it was fun."
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun.
But like you know, you can now kind of hone that into the right spots to do it.
Right.
So it's fun. Let's go to Tony. Hello, Tony.
Hey guys, how's it going?
You tell me, buddy, how you feeling today? You got the goosies?
I've got the goosies. I'm really feeling like not 1, not 2, not 3. And I know that sounds a little strong, but you know, I just started thinking about the history of the Heat. I mean, every single time since we've gotten a superstar, we either end up winning the ring or at least going to the finals.
That is true.
And when I look at this East right now, I really don't see a wall we have to build anymore. In fact, they got to build a wall for us.
That's right. You better bring your grappling hook.
Exactly. And I really, you know, I think a lot of people are really downplaying this trade, saying that the Heat lost the trade. And I just can't see how that could be.
Well, listen, people who say they lost the trade couldn't spell Jakučionis if you gave him 100 tries. So I don't want to hear it.
Neither can you.
I could definitely spell it.
Spell it right now, please.
Jakuc with the weird thing over it. Ionis. Apologize.
Why?
Because I spelled it correctly and you doubted me.
Okay.
You've been coming at me with a fury today. I don't know if it was Hillary Duff.
Well,
I don't know if it
can
was
I
Hillary
just tell
Duff.
you
I
do
don't know
this
what
to
it is.
yourself.
No, I don't do
What?
anything.
Oh my
You do much to yourself.
Yeah.
Much.
You see, you know, we need
Too much.
if Brittany was here, she'd be like,
She would agree with me.
no, she would
No,
not.
she wouldn't.
No, she would not. Now, why are you putting stuff on
She
people?
said she couldn't work today.
Is she?
Yeah, she is.
Handsome Daffy, what's up?
Beautiful day, guys. And
It is a
gals.
beautiful day.
It is. I just want to start off by saying that I'm glad we broke up that band known as the Play-In All-Stars with the lead singer, Tyler Herro. Glad he's gone. Another thing is I'm glad we added another defender in Giannis. So between him and Bam, like, that's a no-fly zone over there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And most importantly, the Knicks championship has been overshadowed by this news.
What did they do?
Grateful for that. No, I said their championship has been overshadowed by this news. Like, no one.
Oh, we're not talking about the Knicks no more.
Yeah, that's over. So we're talking about what Giannis.
Congratulations. You beat a bunch of dum-dums who couldn't close out a game.
One more thing, Tobin. Let me ask you, hypothetically.
Okay, I like that.
Say if LeBron wanted to come and play with us, how would you feel about that?
People were asking me a lot about this yesterday because Barry Jackson did say that you can't close the door on it. I would assume the only way that happens, because I don't buy this LeBron is taking a big discount. All right. He's too good. He's too rich. I don't buy LeBron's playing for $15 million. So I would assume, Handsome Daffy, for that to happen, you would have to do the Norman Powell sign and trade. So he's making like 30-ish kind of dough. We're already talking about the spacing, and we're talking about the lack of shooting. Like,
well, LeBron is decent at shooting a three. He's not considered a 3-point shooter.
He's not considered a 3-point.
But
shooter. No defense is real. Like, if you told defenses you're going to face, you have to go Bam, Giannis, and LeBron. Like, they're packing. They are packing the paint. They're like, please, we would love to see it. Like, go ahead and try and shoot it.
I wouldn't mind bringing Dunks back.
Yeah, we'll see if that happens, especially if the Tyler Herro thing happens and they kind of expand this a little bit.
Because I want them.
I don't know what the rules are though with them using his exception. I don't know if that's like a thing since they're using the Duncan Robinson trade exception. Can they trade for Duncan Robinson too? I don't know. I don't know, but I don't know that.
It's very some of the basketball cap and mechanisms are so confusing.
Very confusing, very annoying.
Right.
We'll take a break, get you caught up with your headlines. For those on hold, we will get you guys. If you guys want to join the phone lines, 305-567-0560. We will take a break. We're back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM.
That's the name of the song.
With us here today. Dan's been doing a double.
Right? Isn't the song Jackie Chan?
Leroy,
That is
it's
very
the
good.
fact that you're just talking over Tobin trying to
That's all right.
start.
He's got the.
Music's still playing.
It's a party day. We're having
It's
a
all
good
good.
time.
I'm fine with it.
Hey,
We're celebrating.
hey, when the music's playing, if he starts talking and I start singing the
Of
intro,
course, he has to start talking. That's how.
not
he
if I'm singing
introduces-
Jackie Chan, baby.
Unnecessary
Lord.
refereeing from her. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. In mere minutes, Brady Tkachuk is going to be introduced as a Florida Panther.
You think he's gonna have his mouthpiece in when they interview? I'm ready to go to get to work.
I'm looking at Twitter right now. The hockey hornet himself, David Dwork, says Freebird just started playing on the speakers. I assume that means Brady is in the building.
Hmm.
Wow. All right. Bill Zito is also speaking today. So that'll be interesting. But we should we got Vlad boots on the ground there. We should be getting some of that turned around for you guys today. We'll hear from our newest Florida Panthers. Crazy day. You were mentioning this yesterday, but we have freaking star trade in our local hockey team and a monster star trade on the NBA side of things. This has been a crazy 48 hours down here in South Florida. Not to mention Messi, what he's doing. I know he's doing it for Argentina, but still.
What?
Dude, come on. What were you looking at?
Look.
No, it's all right.
It was actually nothing crazy.
You guys good?
Yeah, we're good.
I just need a moment, to be honest.
Why do you need a moment?
I literally was bringing up a point that you made yesterday. I set you up like a little alley-oop, and you just literally just stared at your computer screen. You got to get off the Twitter during the
Look
segment.
what I'm looking at. I was reading up on Giannis.
What'd you read?
How people are talking about Riley and the Heat pulling off a blockbuster trade, and I'm like, all right, dude, that's what he does. And
So you read something boring.
it was at the end.
Okay.
My apologies.
Damien, save me.
Hi, gentlemen. Thanks for the show. Thanks for the entertainment. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I want to say to all the Heat haters out there, they're still suffering from the Big Three PTSD era. Let's go Heat. I'm looking forward to a Christmas Day game. I want to say shut your damn mouth, Chris Broussard, on his stupid first thing show talking about Giannis is going to regret it. He's never going to win a championship here. And, like I said, Tobin, let's see what happens, man. Just get some shooters. I know Luke Kennard is supposed to be a free agent this year, so that would be a good pickup for a three-point shooter. But I think this is the biggest, man, in this town between the hockey team, now the Hurricanes, now the Heat. I'm excited about this, and let's go Heat. And Knicks, man, I know, just enjoy your one-hit wonder. I mean, yeah.
That's what it boils down to.
Yeah. I mean, you had a cakewalk. Yes, you did it, but I mean, come on. Christmas came early for you all this year. Let's go Heat.
Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you, Damien.
I don't for the life of me, I cannot figure out why every time the Heat make a trade, everybody in the country thinks that, oh, this guy is coming for the retirement package. They said the same thing about Jimmy.
Well, this is the thing
I don't get that.
This is the other thing that I find funny. Okay, first of all, Giannis gave his teams that he would have gone to. Okay, the Heat very clearly offered the best package for him. So, you guys were the entirety of this lead up. This is why it's disingenuous. The entirety of this lead up, all I heard from these patsies in the national media was how garbage the Heat's package was.
Mm-hmm.
It's no good. How do you not trade for Jaylen Brown? How do you not make this move? Because you guys wanted him to end up with Boston to go up with everybody's angel and Jason Tatum.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't free agency. Giannis had a list of teams reportedly that he was willing to sign with. We know Miami was a team that he's been interested in forever because he respects Bam Adebayo, and obviously this place is awesome. But what I find funny is, so the thing you're mad at Giannis for is the Bucks didn't want to trade for the 28th pick in this year's draft and another disgruntled star who wouldn't have wanted to have been there.
I think
nothing else.
Right. Here's the thing that, and we talked about this yesterday, is that if you think Jaylen Brown's a better player and in a better spot in his career right now, it's still a lateral move to get rid of Giannis and take Jaylen Brown, because the pieces that you have to put around him, you're not there yet. So the option that you have is either keep Giannis or go young and get picks. So to me, the Jaylen Brown, we had this conversation, the Jaylen Brown conversation never, I wouldn't even consider it. You might as well keep Giannis.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense that you're going to, our rebuild is going to come with another $60, $70 million guy with nothing around him.
Because the thing that was weird about the Bucks, this hasn't been, look, credit to the Bucks for this. They had Giannis. They held on to him like grim death. They tried everything under the sun, including sticking their beak in the Miami Heat's business and stealing Damian Lillard.
It just didn't work. Right.
They've tried everything. They did it. They ran out of resources, and now it was time to recalibrate. And getting Jaylen Brown is not recalibrating because you have no other moves to make around him.
Correct.
So I just don't understand where people are like, oh, how could Giannis, this be the place that he wants to go because he doesn't want to go to Boston? It's like, well, one, it was a trade. It wasn't free agency. And two, all right, you guys have been sitting here telling me the entirety of this trade discussion, which has gone on for way too long, that the Miami Heat's package was garbage. And yet, all I've seen over the last 8 hours,
they gave up too much.
The Miami Heat have been gutted. They have been gutted. Gutted from what? Gutted from what? They lost to the Hornets in the play-in. The Hornets. The last 3 years for the Heat. Gentlemen swept by the Celtics. Worst sweep in NBA history to the Cavs. Lose to the Hornets. Yes, by an illegal play by LaMelo Ball, taking out Bam Adebayo. But taken out by the Hornets nonetheless. That is not a roster you hang on to.
Right. I just, if you look at all the options and you look at it from a realistic standpoint, the Heat had the only offer, right? The Heat had the only thing that would allow Milwaukee to rebuild and get assets and get picks, right? Like, there is no other option. Boston didn't have all that stuff. The only way they could get it was to either trade Jaylen Brown somewhere else and then accumulate picks, which would have taken a lot longer than they had to put their name in the hat. So when they put their name in the hat. So, like, I was never really, and I said this, I was never, like, that Boston thing means nothing. Like, it would, but then I said this, bad organizations make bad decisions all the time.
The only way it was a threat would have been, one, they would have just said, we don't care. We're going to play Jaylen Brown and he's going to play for us. Disgruntled. Who cares? We've been there before. Or they had somebody else in fold who would have been a top 5 pick.
Right.
Like if it would have gone to the Clippers or if it would have gone to the Hawks, something like that.
Right.
Then, okay, it would have made sense for them. But it just never felt like Shams came out and said, no, this is going to be a 1-for-1. This is going to be one team making a trade with another. Then maybe it'll expand. But they have to decide today. And the Celtics really, their deal was not that good.
Right.
When you're trading for a guy who doesn't want to be there on a team that has no real mechanisms to improve around him. Because you could say with the Heat, like you could say, oh, this roster, the Heat still have levers to pull to get better.
You do 1-for-1s at the trade deadline when you're trying to get over a hump.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do 1-for-1s right before the draft with no draft picks involved, no assets, no nothing. Like it just seemed like somebody, to be honest with you, somebody threw that out there to get the Heat to throw in Jakučionis.
Perhaps.
Right? That's what it sounds like.
Perhaps.
And the problem is when you work out a deal too soon, and this is what hurt the Heat the last couple of trades they were talking about, is that when you talk about a trade too soon and you try to work something out too soon, it almost gives you a look of desperation. And then they take your desperation and bring it to another team, and you get outbid when Boston tried to swoop in at the end.
Yeah, and that was another thing that I thought was, I know other people in the media, no shade, I just disagreed with this tactic, that they thought Giannis should have put more public pressure on the Bucks. I just didn't agree with that. I thought that blew up in the Heat's face, Wile E. Coyote style with the Damian Lillard thing.
Oh, yeah.
They knew, they always knew, they had the connection with Bam's agent. They always knew that he wanted to be here. He's had respect for being here for multiple years, not just this year. That's the facts, and they didn't need that assurance. They knew it.
I like the way that the Heat were quiet about it.
Yeah.
I think the Heat didn't say anything.
People kept talking about
Giannis didn't say anything. The only conversations were between them and Milwaukee and Giannis and whatever. And they learned from the Damian Lillard thing is that, I mean, they were out there bumping their chest. Hey, he only wants to be here.
Yeah.
Like
weather. That's brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com. 86 degrees.
Oh, my goodness. It's so hot.
Heat advisory
so
until
hot.
6.
How is your hair not stuck to your face, Jennifer? It's so hot out
I'm
there.
indoors. That's why.
I mean.
Sheesh.
That's a point, I think. I don't know.
For being a smart ass. You got that?
For sass.
What do you think?
Yeah, for sass.
I'm not outside.
Wow.
Well, I see some more people lining up to call. You guys can call us right now, 305-567-0560. Brady Tkachuk being introduced as a Panther as we speak. We'll get you some of those quotes. We should be getting some sound from that as well. It's all happening for us here today, baby. Tobin and Leroy.
I got to tell you, in the last, say what you want about the Heat, but if you look at this city as a whole, and you could even go into Hurricanes football, right? The quarterbacks that they brought in, right, the last 3 years, what the Panthers have done, the Pinks, right? And it almost seemed like the Heat got left behind.
Yeah, it did.
Right? So, I mean, you think 5 years, you think of what the Dolphins did, it didn't work, but like they still brought in one of the best players in the NFL. I mean, like it's crazy.
We'll take a break. More to come. We're back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Can we just take a second here? Started today. I apologize, got on my knees and apologized to Pat Riley. I faced 601 Biscayne Boulevard, and I apologize for forsaking the Godfather. But can we just take a second here and thank Goran Dragic, huh?
For what?
For that podcast. When you can't resist that face. Come on, you can't resist that face. When he's just saying, Brate, you're over 30. You need warm weather. I just love him. Hey, look, now that Kel'el is gone, the one thing is we can put number 7 in the rafters now, huh? That's Gogies. Love it. Brady Tkachuk.
If it was up to you, they'd have 37 names up.
I would put triple-digit numbers.
Yes, like who's gonna wear numbers? There's no numbers to wear.
We'll just do
now playing center number 97.
Just start making like symbols and stuff.
And outside the stadium, the arena would be just like ancient Rome, just statues everywhere.
Who is this?
You know how many times? He said, "Oh, he'll have a statue."
Who is that, Papa?
That is Nikola Jović.
That guy led the concession stand for 5 years here at the Kaseya Center. It used to be American Airlines.
I'll be boots on the ground there later today because we are still having the draft party. I don't know what we're doing, but
was that your first call?
I was like, yeah, draft party. And then they're like, oh no, I saw.
You know why? Sponsors.
Sponsored. Yeah. But the Heat are just like, yeah, we're still doing a draft party. It's like, oh, okay. We are gonna have Keshad Johnson on the show tonight. That'll be fun. It's his birthday.
Oh yeah,
it is his birthday.
Did you guys see the GIF that he tweeted, the retweeted when you can remember he like when he won the slam dunk contest, he was dancing after every dunk because that's him. He's just a vibe. And then there's Giannis behind him. He's like, yeah. He goes, I like this guy. Now they're teammates. Let's see. Steve in Melbourne. What's going on, Steve?
What's up, guys? First time listening, you guys. You guys have a great show. Is this Leroy Hurd from the Michigan Wolverines?
That's right.
Sure is.
Except Horde, but yes.
Did you? I'm a Canes fan, but did you play in the Jimmy Johnson Bosa? Oh my! 31-30, Carlos Huerta.
Yes, I did.
Every game that was.
Every time I see Steve Walsh, I shoot him the bird. And
much respect.
We laugh at each other. How about this? You want to know an interesting stat from that game? We were winning 30-17 with 5 minutes and 23 seconds to go. 30-14. And they scored 2 touchdowns and a field goal without using a timeout. So at the end of the game, after the comeback, they had all their timeouts. So that
was one of the best games of all time, I tell you.
It depends.
Well, you guys lost, but hey, but still, much respect. I remember watching that game, and Bo was going crazy.
Not the turn I was expecting today. So what else you got to say, Steve? I can't imagine you wanted to talk about a Canes Michigan.
This is where well, like I said, first time listening to you guys. So hey, this is where it comes in when you have a pool in your backyard. Enjoy. But I just want to reach out to you guys and bring up that Miami Hurricanes Michigan Wolverines game.
Wow, that is really
one for the ages. God bless you guys.
Interesting. That hurt. Definitely, I'm sorry. That's not how I expected that to go.
That took a turn.
I apologize.
Now I have to order lunch. It make me feel better.
Brady Tkachuk. This is from Jameson Olive, Panthers.com. He says Brady said he didn't even reach out to Dmitry Kulikov to try and get number 7 Florida. Quote, I have too much respect for Cooley. He picked number 8 because he likes single digits and his dad wore it at the end of his career.
Cool.
Yeah, Kulikov's been here forever. You're not taking this number.
Here's the deal. Like, I think some guys get caught up with the number, and some guys don't. I didn't get caught up in it. Although I will say this, I wore one number my whole life until I got to Minnesota. And
even in Little League?
Huh?
Even in Little League?
Yeah.
Wow.
High school, college, NFL. I only wore one number. And when I got to Minnesota, it wasn't even a thought. I said, who has 33? It was Herro, my boy Herro. And I was like, no, go ahead. I'm good. It didn't mean that much. Like that's your number. Like fans are going to come to games and go, "Oh, didn't that used to be Herro's number? I don't want that."
Brady Tkachuk says, "I wish the season starts tomorrow."
Oh boy,
he's amped up.
Say, who gets in a fight first? That should be on
Kalshi.
Yeah, who gets in a fight first? Brady or his brother or Matthew?
Brady.
Brady does.
Bob punched Brady Tkachuk one time.
Bob, who doesn't get mad at anything.
Bob punched Brady Tkachuk one time. Like,
right.
he's a menace. Clarence, what's up, dude?
Hey, how y'all doing?
You tell me, buddy.
Long time listener.
Thanks, buddy.
Boy, listen, we back, Tobin.
Back,
I was up early in the morning with you, Tobin, on the live YouTube when you was getting out the news, Tobin.
Man.
I was up with you, Tobin. I was one of your viewers.
Goosies, dude. Thanks for tuning in.
Listen, Tob, right now, we still. I think I seen what Barry Jackson say. We what 209 million into the cap right now.
Yep.
If I ain't mistaken. So what we can only do mid-level? We only concern what mid-level people? That's a question.
Well, we could do mid-level. They're probably going to try and lower Andrew Wiggins' salary. I would guess that they're going to try and do multiple years. I don't know if that's going to take 2 or 3 for him.
And that'll create more space.
That'll get more space. And then they could do a sign and trade with Norm if Norm doesn't want to stick around here. And then it's going to depend what they do. I mean, like, look, they don't have to keep Davion. I mean, they could find a cheaper option or package him and Nico. But the problem is you don't have a ton of picks left. I mean, I guess they could do swaps. But that's going to be interesting. So I do think there are other levers to pull right now. But there's no doubt they got to, Andy Ellsberg's got work to do. But here's the thing. They've been knowing about this since the trade deadline. Like they've been knowing what was going to be ahead of them and the situations ahead. So I got faith in them, man. They got the big one. That was the big thing. Get the big one. I'm
going to say this because I know the city back excited. We're a major league city, so we needed a big star.
Mm-hmm.
Bam is quite a fella, but Bam ain't the superstar that like can carry a team like Jimmy did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have different kind of superstar. Bam is that, like you say, that the high go in the Oscars, like the co-actor. The one on the side.
Yeah.
Not the main actor, but the co-actor. I'm gonna say this. I don't worry about Pat Riley finding shooters. We just every year we just really sunk them 7 first-round picks, Tobin.
Yep.
If you look.
Yeah.
Because all those guys were first-round picks.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I know, and none of those guys was, the big star that we needed, but they was trade material. So I know it's easier to get the role players than it is to get the big star. Now we got the big star.
I think that's probably why, because of Jakučionis' shooting, if they were going to play him, and he's very confident in his shooting. That was one thing that stood out last week when I spoke to him. But I think that's probably why he was the last piece they really didn't want to part with, even though I think Pell is probably more of a contender piece ready because he could defend, he can kind of fit in the role.
That is, Tobin. That is. See, right now, as the roster constructed, I think the strength of our team right now, as today is it's a hell of a defensive squad.
Yes.
It's a hell of a defense, and that's what you want. Now, like you say, if you can move a piece because you out of the 5, the top 5 they say start, they ain't even had Pella in there. And Pella a 2-way player.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So you got that. So I'm with moving Wiggins for a shooter, a real shooter. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, although Wiggins did shoot really well last year, best year of his career.
Okay.
So okay. I will say, like that was that really did stand out. But I appreciate it, Clarence. Thanks for the call, man.
I think Wiggins is the epitome of what Heat want at that position.
I agree.
A D, a 3 guy, a guy he can also take guys off the dribble. He's not just a guy who can just shoot. He's a multi-layered player that helps, and you can move around in what you need at that moment. So I think if there's anybody that I think they need to re-sign, I would say it's Wiggins over Powell.
I would agree. Because I think that they could find something else there.
Right.
And look, I understand Norm. I just want to say, I know Norm, the wheels fell off at the end of last year. He got hurt. They played that crazy pace, which, he's already had lower body issues before.
Mm-hmm.
He was really good, especially with Tyler out.
And then
I think
as soon as he got hurt.
Yeah. And then was uncomfortable with, Hero's now in the role. It was a weird spot. So I give Norman a bit of a break there. But I also will say this. I don't blame Norman Powell for wanting to get paid. This is you just coming off an all-star season. Did you sue? We haven't talked about this.
No.
Dude.
Let me do it. The reason why the Washington Wizards are the Washington Wizards because they paid $212 million for a garden gnome.
That's a lot.
There, I said it.
Dan, did you see how much money they gave him? That's
$212 million.
He's getting paid $50+ million.
Insane.
If he held up a light in my grass, I wouldn't be able to see the light. That's how short he is.
Was he turning down the 2 for 100? Like, I'm just.
They said, well, we better get trade. Like, Atlanta's like, we're not.
So if I'm Norman Powell and I'm like, I got to be at least worth 30. I got to be, right?
Like, I'm a foot taller than him.
I got to be, right? That's crazy.
I knew where you were going.
Speaking of a lot of money, this is a tweet from Tim Reynolds. I assume this is a quote from Bill Zito. It says the Panthers, quote, continue to evaluate every single day when it comes to their team and Sergei Bobrovsky's status as well. There was a report yesterday. This is crazy. I saw this from Dave Hyde. Dave Hyde, no longer with the Sun Sentinel, unfortunately, because they're idiots for that move. And I like the Sun Sentinel. I love Ira Winderman. That's why I have my subscription. He's have the subscription there. But I mean, getting rid of Dave Hyde, crazy. So Dave wrote on his Substack yesterday, and I this was another one where I had to look at it. I'm like, really? And I have no reason to believe Dave Hyde doesn't have this stuff right. Like, he's good on this stuff. And also, Dave Hyde is, probably the only guy in town who's probably talked to Sergei Bobrovsky more than me,
right?
Outside of a beat guy.
Yikes.
But Dave, in his story, he reported Sergei Bobrovsky's contract demand. And I can only sit here and respect it.
And say, it's nice knowing you.
Well, I mean, obviously he's not going to get that much money, but this was, he wrote, the Panthers trade with the Florida Panthers general manager Bill Zito's on another level. You knew that already by watching the past 5 years, including 2 Stanley Cups. The Panthers changed into a championship franchise the moment he walked in the door in 2020. Zito had 2 major decisions this offseason. One, whether to give in to Sergei Bobrovsky's demand of making him the highest paid NHL goalie, topping New York Rangers goalie Igor Shesterkin's average of $11.5 million a year by a lot. Bobrovsky, 38, went into the offseason wanting a 3-year contract worth $14 million a year, according to a source. The Panthers have shown no indication of giving anything close to that.
In other words, they didn't even call him back, right? They say, Bob, what do you want? Here's my demands. Okay.
14 a year. I thought it was going to be
Let's go get Brady Tkachuk.
I thought half of that was going to be the sweet spot.
This is the thing that drives me crazy about you. You try to make a player in any sport take what you have instead of understanding how these players demand money.
Well, in fairness to me, I think that's probably what his market's going to be at. I don't think.
Okay, you think that?
I would be surprised if somebody pays him $10 million a year.
Really?
Yeah, it would be.
I'd go on a little. I think he gets $10 million a year.
Look,
with the demands of that position, and you seeing how many teams have been plagued by bad goalie play at the most pivotal times, and you see what Bob has done, 3 years, $30 million. Yeah, he can get that.
The sweet spot is whatever the finagling is he wants around 40, right? Because we had the other report that said he wanted 42 over 6. So it seems like Bob wants something in the range of $40 million.
However you do it.
However you do it. That's the number. But I don't know
Okay, but
what
if,
the Panthers
here,
are comfortable with.
If
If
the Panthers
are comfortable with.
If they do a 6-year deal and he gets his $40 million, but it only averages out to like that's not like it's the $40 million.
I'm really going to be sad if we see him
No,
go.
you're not. You'll move on.
No, I'm not.
You'll move on.
I'm not okay.
You'll move on.
I'm not going to be okay, dude.
You know what? I was sad when Baltimore shipped me out. I was sad. I really loved that organization. But guess what? I got over it. You'll get over it. You know why? Because soon as one of the Tkachuks punch somebody in the face, you'll be like, hockey's back.
No, look, they're going to be a fun. They're going to be a fun team. But like Sergei Bobrovsky was sitting here and he gives the Liam Neeson pay cut. No.
Yeah, but like, can I just tell you that's the one thing that happens, right? As you get older, like you think what you're thinking you're gonna do and what the team's expecting of you, right? It is two totally different things.
I just think, I think from his, organizations are always scared of this, and you're him, and you're like, dude, I'm like Messi. I'm gonna age gracefully. I'm gonna have this incredible year, and they're obviously terrified of that because they think that, and I know that they felt like everybody is taking discounts. It is goalie, so they get paid a little bit more. But there are reports from who was it? It was what's this fella's name? Elliot Friedman from NHL Network. He's like, it's unlikely he's going to be back. There's a lot of Toronto Maple Leafs buzz around him too.
There's a lot of teams that say an average Bob is better than what we have.
I'm not going to be okay with this.
Now, I will say this. Somebody who puts Bob in net better have a reputable defense in front of him. You can't he's not going to be the goalie that you can just take 50 shots a game and think he's going to just shut everybody down. We saw that here. But if you have a really good defensive plan in front of him, he's going to make you 2 or 3 the greatest saves you've ever seen during the course of a game.
The best. Let's see here. Tariq, what's going on, dude?
Yes, sir. What's up, Tobes, man?
All right, buddy.
Good, man. Big fan from Miami, man. I just got one thing I want to hear from you, man. Tell me about Jović, dude. Tell me about Jović. Will he elevate his game, bro?
He better. Listen, he just arrived with Team Serbia. All right, I saw him hobnobbing. He's hobnobbing with Luka last week. That's something to keep an eye on, too. If this Luka Lakers thing doesn't work out, maybe he teams up with Giannis. That's another story for another day. But he's back with Team Serbia. They got a new coach. All right, they got rid of that curmudgeon. They got somebody a little younger. Maybe could speak to him a little bit more. And he's back. And Joker's there. Joker's there for the qualifiers too, which is surprising. But Serbia is in a place right now, Leroy. They were shamed in the Eurobasket. They were beat by Finland. And Finland losing to Finland in the Worlds is one thing in hockey. Basketball, surprising. So, Jović, dude, needs to bounce back because we got Giannis, dude. And you got Giannis. You can't be sitting here just being a fat cat left and right. So he better pull his weight.
For sure, man. Appreciate it, man. That's all I wanted to hear, man.
All right, see you, buddy. Take care. All right, we'll take a break. More to come. We're back after this. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Dude, get your mic. What are you doing? He needs to grow up. Being a real Peter Pan today. You all right?
Yeah.
How's your mind? How you doing these last few days, huh?
Whew.
He's not doing well.
It's like, dude, I ain't gonna lie. It's been kind of empty in the house. It's quiet. The dogs they just lay around.
Are the dogs okay? Or are they just like, oh?
One dog lays in front of her room, just looks in.
Luna?
No, Dre.
Wait, what about the turtles?
Oh, no, she got rid of the turtles a long time ago.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, they were too big. She had one turtle. It was like she found him when he was like a quarter.
These are my turtles,
And now,
Link.
and now it was like the size of a saucer. Like it didn't fit. She had to get rid of him. And then, I mean, kind of tragic, really, because she let him go in the little pond, and then
no.
they started like.
That's tough. Tough life to be a turtle.
Yeah, you should have called.
They're
me.
petrified. Like that.
Yes.
A turtle. Like we got some turtles that are right next to. I got like a bum ass canal kind of next to my house. Like one of those. Like where they.
Yeah, in the back where they drain the water. Yeah.
But the turtles love it, and like anytime they hear a footstep, boom, they're out.
They're out.
But I'll tell you another thing about these fat ass turtles. So let me tell you something. I try and go fishing every once in a while. You know, we got some like sunny fish in there and whatnot. These damn turtles, because I'll you know,
they eat the bait.
Yeah, caught more turtles than I'm like, hey, I don't want you on here. And then I'm gonna get my finger bit by them. They got all that algae on their shell day and day. You got to watch out, dude. Have to watch out for those turtles.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Well, you guys probably in Louisiana got those snappers.
Oh, we got all kinds of stuff. Like, first of all, fishing in New Orleans is not like fishing everywhere else. Because half of the fish you catch, you can't eat.
No.
Right. You got to go, if you want to get fish that you can eat, you got to go in the Gulf.
I don't think you understand the level of pollution in
Right.
Louisiana, too. Even
Dude,
if it's edible, you
Simpson
can't eat
fish?
it. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fish, man.
Right. Dude, I'm telling you.
This one has 3
It's
eyes.
like, dude, like, and then if you go to like Lake Pontchartrain and fish, every other thing you catch is an eel. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's no. Like, you're fishing for the camaraderie of whoever you're fishing with. You ain't fishing to eat.
Julian says, Tobin, why are you fat shaming turtles? They're ruining my fishing. Fat ass turtles.
And now it's the opposite in the Everglades. Because
Somebody-
in the Everglades, whatever you catch, there's always going to be somebody gonna say, "You gonna eat that?"
You know,
I'll take it.
Something tells me it might have been Schmeathan, but back when I had access to the text line, somebody said that Tobin looks like a thick snapping turtle. And I was just like, you mother bleeper. That was in my head for like days. And it probably was Schmeathan on the phone line.
Man, that
back
really
in the
got
day.
to you?
It really got to me. I
Aw.
was, what the hell does that mean, thick snapping turtle? And then I kind of like looked at it. I was like,
I can see it. Yeah.
Sexy Sauce says, we have alligator snapping turtles here too. We do?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Probably in the Everglades, though, right? That's where they're at.
The Everglades is hit or miss. You might catch a bass. You might catch one of those garfish. You could catch a whole lot of stuff.
Crazy, man. Taking calls, celebrating the Heat, getting Giannis, Brady Tkachuk being introduced as a Panther. I think they just wrapped that puppy up. We should get some sound from that later on today. Zachary, what's up, man? What do you want to say?
Yo, what's up, Tobin? Huge fan we got Giannis. They snapping turtles crazy, dude. That's so funny, bro. So, I'm sorry, dude. That's so good.
I'm glad my trauma could bring you laughter.
Yeah.
But no, dude, I'm happy we got Giannis. I have a question. I was wondering if you know, are we going to get any insight into what happened Saturday when it seemed like something was brewing and then there was just silence for a day? Because that messed me up. I was like, oh, fuck. I thought Boston might have gone in.
Got to dump in there, Zachary. I appreciate that you got very emotional there, dude. Listen, I don't know what happened. I think one thing that happened with these deals. Well, I'll tell you one thing that seemed to happen yesterday. It seemed like we were just waiting. I know that Shams had said yesterday that they were awaiting him just to travel. I think they were waiting for him to get back here. Not for a physical or anything like that, but I think they wanted him to physically land because he had like this very, deep quote about like trusting God and on Instagram, and then like we were just waiting, and it seemed like we were just waiting for him to land.
Right.
I don't know what happened Saturday. It seemed very much like there were a lot of teams. Maybe these were teams that were trying to get in on the deal, because the more teams that are in on a deal, the more teams that can leak to people. But I don't know. I don't know what happened.
I think now that you, and let me just say this: there were people that were saying the Jaylen Brown deal was better. At no point in time, if you move off your superstar, do you want to try to bring in another superstar? Every player, every team that has ever done that I've been around, right? If they get rid of their superstar, they rebuild with picks and young players.
Right.
And so it was amazing to me how this was even a thought. And somebody put out there that, they're considering. And to be honest with you, it's almost sound like the Bucks did it.
Yeah, like we've mentioned the Kawhi thing a couple of times, but the difference with the Kawhi move is the Raptors were perennial Eastern Conference contenders. They just couldn't beat LeBron.
Yeah, there's one thing to get over the hump and saying, we're going to go all in for this 1 year. If it doesn't work out, fine.
Or, Cat and Julius Randle. Like you kind of did a 1-for-1 there. No, listen, obviously the Knicks won that trade. I mean, geez Louise.
Right.
Julius Randle. He's back in New York.
Other team.
Clayton, what's going on, man?
What's up, y'all? Look, first off, I want to say shout out to the Twitch fam. What's going on, y'all? And then I want to give a shout out to the African nations real quick in the World Cup, man. Like, unbelievable. They've been showing up, showing out. The fans have been great. My Bahamas will never make it, so I always go for U.S., the African teams in England. But that real quick. That being said, the Giannis move, it's a great move. It's exciting. Of course, I'm sad to see our guys go a little bit, but, it's for the better. If the Dolphins would have traded Travis Minor for LaDainian Tomlinson, I would have been a little bit sad, but I ain't going to be mad about it. We've never failed when we got the big fish. We always get to at least the finals. So that's going to happen. Now, real quick, next year, 2027-28, I think, Drew Holiday has a player option. Can we put him next to with Off-Night and have a little backcourt, defensive duo?
I mean, I suppose they could. He's getting up there a little bit, but I'm sure they could. He's always one of those guys that seems to breed winning. Like even Portland was pretty damn good this year.
I think we need to be honest with you, a true two guard. Somebody who can score the basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with all the other pieces that you have.
Jaden Ivey has offered his services from after his whole ordeal with the live streams. He says,
you know what's crazy though? What's crazy is that, believe it or not, Tyler would fit on this team better than he fit on any other Heat team they had, because he wouldn't be required to play a whole bunch of defense. They wouldn't ask him to do it. Just go out and score the basketball.
I don't disagree with that. I think, if the Heat would have had another salary to trade, would that have been a thing? Maybe.
Right, but he could do what he does. I think one of the things we say when we talk about all of the guards that are just pure scorers, and we say they don't play any defense, and you've pointed out there's a lot of guys out there that all they do is score. They don't play defense.
Mm-hmm.
Those teams have put an excellent defense behind them so that the Jalen Brunsons of the world don't get caught off guard or don't get abused, right? Whereas if you look at the Heat, we didn't have that luxury. So every time you had a scoring guard like Tyler or Norm, what did they do? Single them out.
His biggest issue is he can't stay healthy. Like that's the other thing, is you couldn't have brought him back for another year and you're still dealing with more foot stuff,
Oh man.
Hopefully
I gotta tell you, I have a feeling if this foot thing is a real problem, that they're gonna be looking at us like we looking at the Terry Rozier thing.
Well, they might get Malik Beasley. That could be one.
Oh.
With because he's been missing in action.
All right. Well, go ahead, say your phrase.
For the cheapskates, of course. For the cheapskates, dude.
You think every NFL player, every NBA player ever made Major League Baseball player is out there
Well, the
doing
difference
his
is-
job for the cheapskates.
Yeah, the NBA, the minimum is $3 million, so nothing is really for the cheapskates. Carlos, what's up, man?
What is up, man? Let's go Heat. Hey, I gotta say, before I say anything else, I think Tobin deserves 3 points for how he's dealt this whole trade talks with Giannis.
Thank you.
He's been very even keel for Tobin standard. He's been very even keel. He's a smart guy right there.
matured.
He needs all the love. Miami, thank Tobin right there for
Thank you,
everything.
Carlos. Thank you. I don't get enough praise or thanks, so that means a lot. The gratitude, especially from your so-called friends and coworkers. But I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. I've worked on myself.
Oh, of course, man. Of course. Keep doing your thing. Leroy, keep doing your thing.
You've worked on yourself.
Yeah, I've worked on myself.
Stop feeding this man, please.
What people recognize it. You don't recognize it, but people recognize it.
What has just happened?
I do want to say also, I am hearing, not sure if there's any truth to it, but I think we're going to be hearing one more big move from Pat coming soon.
He's awake.
Yeah, so there's one more move. That's what I'm hearing so far. But, I mean, again, from everything we've heard all last week, it could be something, it could be nothing, like Tobin likes to say. We'll see. All I know is I trust in Tobin, so that's how I'm going to end my call.
Thank you, Carl. I trust in you.
You
Thank you.
sent him.
I don't
You
know that
sent
man.
him over.
I don't know that man.
Dude.
What? I have worked on myself. You would agree. I've been much more even killed. I was super mature during this entire chase. All right. No whale sounds up until we got him. I was super mature. All right.
That's not being mature.
It is.
You know what that is? That is a situation where you're trying to do the negative Nancy thing.
I wasn't doing negative
Yes.
Nancy.
You know how like a fan will say, woe is me, woe is me. Oh, we won! I told you it was gonna happen.
I think
that's what you
You
did.
might have been a little superstitious in there, not wanting to mess things up.
Well, yes, I didn't want to get my hopes up because my heart had been. Have you ever guarded your heart day and day?
He was like, nothing
All the
good ever
time.
happened.
You gotta guard your heart sometimes.
You know the difference between me and you is I can take a situation and like this situation here, I evaluate it for what it was, right? There's no way that a team is going to get rid of their superstar and sign up another superstar that they can't build around without assets or draft picks.
Right.
Why would you do that? It made no sense. But for some reason, all the dum-dums out there thought it was a possibility. As a reasonable person, I'm like, make it make sense to me. Make that make sense to me. You can't make a Jaylen Brown trade make sense to me. So I was good with saying, hey, I think the Miami Heat have the best deal. You, on the other hand, it's the same thing with the Miami going to the playoffs.
Well, how so?
You were the same way. Everybody called me negative. Oh.
Well, I just didn't want to have your sources leaked. That's all. I was being a good friend.
And see, here's what I hate about this. You always have a slithering way of getting out of the reality of what that situation was.
I was being a good friend.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Protecting you. You know,
just like you've worked on yourself.
It's kind of like we're kind of like a couple
You've worked on
We're like a
yourself.
couple of wrestlers, I'm like body slam, and so we make it look good for the crowd. That's what I was doing with the playoff thing. Hey, Richie.
Hey, Tobin, how you doing today, my man?
Pretty awesome, dude. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm happy for you, man. I'm really happy. I called in to be happy for you and your stinking Heat fans interrupting my championship party.
It's over
with
now,
this
dude.
Nonsense.
Enjoy it. You had
Okay?
your era.
You
Your
guys
window has
ain't winning
closed.
Nothing with
Your
Giannis.
window is closed, my friend. Sorry.
What window?
Enjoy that asterisk title
you
of
got
yours.
A point guard? Where's your point guard at?
Doesn't matter. We'll
Point
find one,
guard.
dude. Did you have
You're
a big
gonna buy
man? No. You had Karl Anthony Towns fall in the back of your lap.
Just look at the champions and try to do it like the champions, okay, you losers?
All you
Goodbye,
needed was the
loser
dumbest team in the history of basketball to win a championship. The stupid San Antonio Spurs couldn't hold a double-digit lead to save their life. You bum. Hell out of here.
I always look forward to his phone calls. They're so
You knew it
funny.
was coming.
They're so good.
You know it was coming because guess what? It's probably the only thing that would make people forget about, the Knicks won the championship. We got Giannis. It didn't even last long.
All right. A very mature Tobin and Leroy.
Mature.
Back after this.
Yeah.
WQAM. Busy day ahead here on QAM. I'll be boots on the ground later today. We are still doing a draft show because somebody will put on a Heat hat tonight. That's going to happen. So, go
Save
ahead.
that picture.
Save that picture. Yeah, it's a collectible, whoever it may be. But number 13 getting selected today. We will be there today at 7 o'clock. 7 to 9, we will do our coverage on WQAM. Myself, Solana. We'll have some guests stop by. I believe Slam Dunk champion Kashad Johnson is scheduled to join us. The man with the golden arm, Wayne Ellington, is scheduled to join us. And hopefully, if you guys aren't there to celebrate a draft pick, we could celebrate that draft pick going to Milwaukee for Giannis. Officially in 2 weeks.
The 6th, July 6th.
Yeah, officially. Let's get to our headlines. Those are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. As World Cup yesterday. What can you say about this, Messi? Can I give a shout out to our boy Martin?
Yeah.
This is what he told me yesterday. Swear to God, this is what he sent me. Because I was nervous. And he goes, Giannis to Miami is going to break, but only after Messi scores today. Now, mind you, he is a Heat fan, and he loves Messi more than anybody because he's from Argentina.
Yes.
But
Nonetheless,
he called it.
Yep.
This Messi's
he
ridiculous.
could have 3 goals again. He missed
This
the
is
easiest one.
ridiculous. I really am like, okay, so Dan, is he taking on bums right now in the World Cup? Like, is this a lower level World Cup, or am I supposed to be in awe?
There are no bums in the World Cup.
This feels crazy to me what he's doing.
I mean, yesterday was talk about star pack. We got Brady Tkachuk and we got Giannis Antetokounmpo, but yesterday the stars showed up at the World Cup. You get a brace for Messi, you get a brace for Mbappé, and you get a brace for Erling Haaland with Norway. The Viking.
Dude, those the fans yesterday at that Marlins game. Ooh. The only thing I was hoping for if Barcy could have come through with the bases loaded. I was like, dude, I think they would have gone bananas. Who knows? Like, the beer would have been flying. Look, first loss for the Marlins at home in a while. They've had an unbelievable month. They got Sandy on the hill today, but that had to be cool. The crowd's been awesome this week. I think they've gone 20 plus. I think the last 4 games. For attendance.
They
had Flanny Fest.
Listen,
Flanny Fest is going to draw.
Yeah.
Flanny Fest is going to draw.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking the Tartan Army.
Tartan Army, dude. I wonder if they're going to think anybody. Do you think that's like when they wake up, they're like, there's going to be somebody passed out?
Wait,
there.
You assume that they went to sleep.
Right.
I'm telling you, when we were in Vegas, all of the hooligans there.
Okay. They're not hooligans, though.
Oh, we had hooligans. We had guys.
Right.
We had Ireland.
The Tartan Army is not hooligans, though.
Right.
I was in South Beach this weekend. If you follow my social media, and I was hanging out with the Uruguayan and the Tartan Army, and those guys are the nicest people in the world. The Scottish people, they are so nice. But I will say this: the guys were staying around Young Circle in Hollywood. I go, "Ooh, go to Octopus Garden. It's a cool dive bar." Guy goes, "Proper bar. I had a beer there at 9 a.m. today." I said,
Hey, that's right up your alley there, Dan.
I was like, wait, why didn't I get a call?
Hey, that sounds
These are
like
my
home.
people.
I was listening yesterday. Steven Strom had gotten them to do a chant for Kyle Stowers. I don't know if this is it. I'm going to see if this is what they were doing, but they were chanting for Kyle Stowers yesterday. They had like their own chant for him.
Really?
We got Stowers, just don't think you understand. He has balls for hours, making pictures Stowers. We got Stowers.
Wow. I mean, incredible.
Like, he just
Super Kyle Stowers. How do you not love that? Like, that would be my ringtone if I was Kyle Stowers now. Let's go Super Kyle Stowers. He was explaining this is like some chant that they do for their regular games, but
do they like, so when they went to a was it Boston game they went to?
Yes.
Did they do it something like that there?
Don't know.
Because I would imagine.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
I would imagine so. They're just here to have a party.
They're here to march, drink,
yep,
and win football games.
Did they win tomorrow?
Brazil? Well, they play Brazil tomorrow.
Yeah. They think they beat them?
No.
No.
But I mean, Brazil's not as good as people are giving them credit for.
So,
but no.
Dan, I was trying to ask these two knuckleheads this yesterday.
Yep.
there's a lot of teams in the World Cup that we assume just because of the country that are going to be good that aren't this year. And there's a couple of teams, but we have it every year, of teams that, you know, we think will be okay and are playing really well. Like you had the Croatia thing a couple of World Cups ago. Like, so a lot of these teams, like when you say Brazil, you know, like for
Legacy team.
For a novice like me, I'm thinking, oh, they're going to have a good, you know, soccer team. But it's like when you see these results, are we just getting taken by the fact that they're from these dominant countries, but they aren't necessarily that dominant this year?
A little bit of that. Also, it's a whole lot of matchups. You saw what like Cabo Verde was able to do to Spain. There's nobody that should even, outside of France and Argentina and Germany, maybe be in the same league as Spain, but it was a bad matchup because Cabo Verde played defense. They parked the bus. They sat back. They played for a tie. Sometimes you get a weird matchup that causes you problems, but some of the teams are down that have been in the past. And also it's group stage. This isn't knockout stage yet. So they're more likely to try some things, and you're more likely to try a few more things. And, you know, you have a little more leeway because if you tie or you lose, you can still win the other two games. So it's a little bit of strategy that's going into all of it.
Right.
But yes, some of the teams that are traditionally superpowers are just powerful this year.
Do you sit like, so for the U.S. who've already moved on to the knockout stage, do you sit stars?
Everybody.
Pulisic, you don't even play.
No, there's no way Pulisic plays. You're going to have to sit Balogun because he's on a yellow card. You're also going to have to sit Chris Richards because he's on a yellow card. You don't want him getting suspended for the
yellow card goes away if you miss a game, right?
It will reset in the knockout round.
Okay.
But this is the cool thing. You're going to see a lot of the guys that don't see a lot of playing time for the U.S., which is good because, you know, that's what in college football, that's how you get better is you get, you know, some game time for your not starters. So you're going to see a lot, but I'm not even worried about the result Thursday night. I'm more just worried about how the USA plays and just kind of enjoy the game. Right. I'm so happy it's a meaningless game. I've never thought I'd say that about the United States.
Yeah, no, it's like to get the start that they had. And I mean, just fast starts on these games too.
Yep.
I mean, you had to deal with the theatrics and the thuggery of Australia in the second half, where they were just trying to goad everybody. But it's been awesome. I mean, the whole tournament's been a vibe so far. Here's your lineup for today at 1:00 on Fox, and that is from Houston, Portugal, and Uzbekistan. Portugal's a -700 favorite today. Woo! 4:00 today. This game's from Foxborough. You got England and Ghana. At 7:00 tonight from Toronto, Panama, and Croatia. And then the night game from Guadalajara, Mexico is Colombia and the Congo. So that is your lineup here today in the World Cup. Marlins, that's a 6:40 first pitch tonight. 6:00, Steven Strom will get you going with the Marlins on deck. Jack McMullen and AJ Ramos will have your call tonight from Lone Depot Park with Sandman on the hill. Marlins remain a game above 500. They are 40-39. And of course, Skip Schumacher in town, the former Marlins skipper. So you got that. Brady Tkachuk has just been introduced as a Florida Panther. This is the quote from Bill Zito. I'm reading this off Twitter from Alex Baumgartner, covers the Panthers. He said, when asked if the doors close regarding Sergei Bobrovsky, and he said, quote, until doors close, you never know. There are no doors closed here ever. All right. I have a wee bit of hope. We'll see. And Brady Tkachuk introduced. His dad got in the Hall of Fame yesterday. Big day for the Tkachuks.
Yep.
As far as the Heat are concerned, we obviously are celebrating them trading for Giannis. There is some fodder out there as far as moves are concerned. From Mark Stein. He says that it has been suggested Miami could look to move Nikola Jović to acquire some shooting to help space the floor for Antetokounmpo and Bam Adebayo. Look, I'm not here to tell you that he aren't going to try and move Jović, especially the temperamentalness between him and Spo at the end of last year. Not great. I mean, Nico did not handle that awesome. Spo said he's got to have to stop having a victim mentality. That's not great. Is it time for, like, don't take this the wrong way. Is it time for Spo to try to make these things work instead of just
shrugging them off. Like, times have changed. Like, you got to work with people and these relationships and stuff like that.
I understand what you're saying. I will say from his standpoint, like, I think the one thing I would say with Nico, if there's any hope of him turning it around, is with Jaime gone and Kasparas gone, I do think being able to kind of run an up-tempo offense off the bench and get some time with the ball in his hands, especially if Giannis is resting or something like that, I think there could be windows and pockets like that. But the big issue with trading him and is his contract. I just don't know who's signing up unless you're attaching something, and the Heat have basically sent unless you're trading Nico and Pella. So somebody picks up Pella. I just don't know who's trading for that contract. I would be a little surprised. It's not like
we were saying that about Tyler, though.
Yeah, but Tyler has 1 year left on his deal.
Right. Now, but I'm saying
just starting his extension.
For the last 2 years, he's been.
I would be surprised that I think he's got to play his way back into some value. I'd be kind of surprised if they were able to find a landing spot for him. I mean, because I don't know where they are. I know the Heat have 3 of their next 4 picks, but I don't know where they are as far as like what's eligible to be traded. I'd have to look into that. They do have swaps, I assume, but I mean, look, if Wiggins just opts in, they have a big chunk salary. If they are able to combine Davion and Nico, that's like $30 million. But then you're kind of left with that. You're left with no backcourt. So it's a conundrum. I don't really think there's. I guess nothing could surprise you with this team because I think the Heat are going to go all in, obviously, to give Giannis the best win now roster. And I don't know if Erik Spoelstra's got the trust in Nico, especially now with Bobby Portis here. So, but that contract by itself is going to be a doozy to move. I don't know. I don't love the chances of that. So we'll see. Unless Joker goes to Denver and is like, hey, let's trade for my little Brate or something like that. But we'll have to see. Maybe like a Cam Thomas for Nico trade. Could there be something there? I'm kind of just spitballing. But I don't think it's going to be easy to move him. Right. We'll take a break. We're back after this. All right. Welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Hey, while you're making it over there, can you go over to the WindowPlex, Leroy? Give us a weather report brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping keep your home and family safe when the storm rolls in. Visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimate. What do we have today, Leroy Horde?
The weather looks like it's clearing up out west, but it's still mostly cloudy. Winds are light, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Coming out of the east because the planes are taking off from right to left. And it's got to be around 90 degrees. Everything just looks hot.
What kind of sandwich did you have?
Ham.
It's Miami Vice, right?
Yeah. Ham, cheese, turkey, bacon.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
The bacon finishing touch was it for me.
Oh, yeah.
Real good. Miami Heat obviously celebrating today. The Miami Heat acquired Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks. Tyler Herro on his Finstagram
said bye.
He posted on his secondary social media account a picture of him and Jimmy Butler, and the caption was a time was had. And you see him there as a rookie with the bubble, and he is holding the Eastern Conference Championship trophy with Jimmy Butler, and that's his caption. A time was had. His long run with the Miami Heat is over. He finishes the 6th all-time leading Heat scorer. He was trying to chase down LeBron.
I mean, he would have got there if he'd just played.
Yeah. And
simple
then,
as that.
Second leading three-point shooter next to Duncan Robinson, who might be back. He could be back. He could be back. Maybe a little Norman Powell signing trade ski. But I don't know what the rules are with that exception thing. I do have to look into that. And then he
You
also
lose your exception if you.
he posted a picture of himself in his Wisconsin jersey going back home, if they keep him. But it sounds like they're going to keep him.
I mean, look, that's a good starting point, believe it or not. Draft picks and all those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was it's exactly what you would want, I would think. Like, you're never going to get somebody that's going to be like, oh, but maybe Kel'el Ware turns into something.
Right.
You know? Maybe he does.
We absolutely think that he's going to be something.
Mm-hmm. I think so. I think he's going to be a fun player. I was talking to we did that Hard Rock podcast after we got done with UD. Dude, UD's like this kid's ridiculous. The things that we see him do in practice, like really like. He said, but he did leave the window open. He goes, "I'm going to root for him whether he's here or anywhere else." I was like, "Oh, but he couldn't say anything. He's a vice president. Julio says Fontecchio at the minimum, way better than Robinson at $16 million a year.
I don't think you realize how good a shooter that man was, or is.
Fontecchio, Fontecchio. They really seemed to dig him last year. I mean, Spo played him and Bam together more than Ware and Bam. So I wouldn't be surprised if Fontecchio's back. I think. But maybe somebody gives Fontecchio an exception. I don't know if they can get him just for the minimum. I think he made 8 last year. So I don't know if he's a minimum player yet, but maybe he liked it here enough that he'd sign along. But can't just track that up. Some people are saying, and this is an interesting one. I don't know how I feel about this. How would you take Bradley Beal?
What?
On the Chiefs?
No.
Why not?
No. You can give me Bradley Beal for free.
What?
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
You wouldn't take him for free skis?
No.
Not for the Chiefsies, not for the free skis.
No. He never plays.
That's true.
What role is he going to play?
I don't know.
The Tyler role? We already got one.
Wow. Bushy says, you wouldn't take him for free? Not for free, dude. That's what he said. I think he was pretty clear about it. Who else wouldn't you take for free in the league? Trae Young. You wouldn't take for free.
I wouldn't take for free.
What about who else?
Kawhi.
You wouldn't take Kawhi for free?
No.
What?
Again, the problem that has plagued the Miami Heat is the injuries. I'm not signing up for that. I want a season of health. I think a season of health puts this team in a better position than having all these players saying, I hope they could play 40, 50 games.
I got you.
So, no, not worth it.
Man. I mean, it has to really not be worth it for free. What about AD? Well, not in this team anymore.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Mm-mm.
Trying to think of some other names. Jennifer, you could throw any names at him that he wouldn't take for free?
Well, the chat is saying Jimmy Butler,
No.
Lonzo Ball.
Oh, that, yeah.
No.
Well, the Jimmy Butler thing's not a player thing, though. That's a petty thing.
Yeah.
I know.
You wouldn't take him back next year,
Embiid?
though?
Embiid?
No.
Jeez.
No. Big tree fall hard.
He does get hurt a lot. Shams Charania, by the way, was on McAfee, and he's also adding to he does not believe Norman Powell is going to be back with the Miami Heat, and that the Heat aren't even expecting him to be back.
I could understand it. He's earned, like, see, here's the problem. At his age versus other guys at his age, he's in a different place. He's never gotten a big contract. So him saying, I'm going to go for cheap is a little bit unfair.
I still
even think that he should.
I don't think they're going to lose him for nothing, though. I think they could be probably part of a sign and trade with it.
Okay.
Because there's not a lot of cap space teams out there. I mean, maybe there's somebody with an exception. I think I don't know if that works with an exception. I don't think you can. Yeah, because there's a trade exception, so I don't think you can just sign in. I think they could still get in the game for him for something. They probably won't have him back, but they could probably get something back for him. Ben Simmons?
Tyrese Maxey?
What?
I don't know.
Tyrese
We're
Maxey?
talking about hurting players. Anybody in the league would take Tyrese.
Kyle Kuzma?
No!
Gabe Vincent? Caleb Martin?
He might be back, Gabe Vincent.
Kendrick Nunn.
See, he just got into a fight in Greece.
He did.
I think he was near Giannis for that. A frequenter of the Greek league.
No.
Kevin Love?
Who?
Kevin Love's still doing it, huh? Like,
he's still playing?
He's just making memes and still showing up and like still getting checks. Apparently he's going back to the Lakers if LeBron goes back to the Lakers.
I think what's amazing about Kevin Love is I don't think anybody has a negative thing to say about him.
Well, I did when he played for the Cavs, but that was just me being, a jerk.
I'm like, yeah.
Klay Thompson.
You're just being petty. Absolutely not. Klay Thompson. Absolutely not.
I'm reading that Bill Zito opened up today. He said, we're here to talk about Giannis. He's funny.
Please bring back like, that man has made some moves. You want to talk about moves?
Oh, he's a mover.
Max Strus?
Can you think of a stretch where Pat Riley's had moves like this? I can't. Like the last 4 years,
The
amount-
volume of moves, I would say
Right.
no. I mean, the Heat, I don't think they've used their last 7 first-round picks.
Right.
So no, this is the crazy volume of moves is a lot.
Right.
Unbelievable. We'll take a break here on the program. More to come. We'll play a little Damage is Done, my friend. Next. All right. Welcome back. It's Tobin and Leroy. Time to get to our favorite Tuesday game. The damage is done, my friend. Go around the room, say where the damage has been done. I'll go first. It's, of course, going to go to Lil Willie, Bill Simmons, who sat up there crowing about, I think that Jaylen Brown is enough to get it done to get Giannis, and we're not going to give him all the pieces. Well, looky-loo now, dude. You got no Giannis, and you might not have no Jaylen Brown either, because he may say, oh, you guys didn't want me here? Ready to hightail it out of here, which would be nice. It would be nice every once in a while for something to blow up in the Celtics' face. And it appears, Leroy, they may have bit off more than they can chew, because not only did they not get the Greek Freak, but they have upset their finals MVP because they could never, ever part with their sweet golden child, Jason Tatum. So it might be just Tatum and Pritchard by the time this thing is all said and done. So the damage is done, my friend. Well done by you trying to drum up a market. And maybe the Heat gave up a little bit more than they wanted to. But at least they don't have anybody disgruntled. Enjoy that, Lil Willie. What damage is done for you, Leroy?
Here's the deal. It's along the same lines. Because how to ruin a perennial contender in a matter of 2 weeks. Because now you got to get rid of Jaylen Brown. Who are you going to trade him for? There's nothing else. What out there is better than Jaylen Brown?
Don't know.
You did that because some of your people who just all of a sudden said, if I'm making a trade, I'd take the Jaylen Brown trade over that.
Greedy.
Right? So way to ruin a franchise by taking your, like you said, MVP, the one who won you the championship.
Yep.
And making him even more disgruntled than he already was.
Man.
Because after all the stuff he did this past year, everybody thought you were going to be a lottery pick. Where were you, second or third in the
second in the East.
Second in the East. Because of one guy. Almost he had MVP votes. And you ruined it by being phonies, by going, our baby's back. Jason Tatum's back. Right. So yeah.
Damage is done.
Like, it's the damage is done. It's like
Damage is done.
people can't leave well enough alone. They got a good team.
That's what you say.
You can't leave well enough alone. And before you make comments, sometimes you ought to say, hey, we might not ought to say nothing because there aren't better options out there. We ought to try to keep both of these guys happy.
Tough one. Jennifer, what damage is done for you?
I hate to be this person to bring this up, but the amount of drama going on Love Island right now at Casa Amor, let me tell you, the internet is a wild place. And they will find out absolutely everything about you.
What are you referring? You're referring to the participant they want canceled?
Well, minus her. I mean, yeah, like there's a bunch of new people now who, when the guys went into Casa Amor, literally they forgot about all the women in the regular.
Of course they did.
And then but after they went and they did their big one, then we have Bryce and Sincere saying, "Oh man, I kind of miss my girl." After you did everything you just did.
Sure.
After you do some dirt, that's like you go to a club with all the hotties, and then on the way home, you're like, oh, I'm really miss my girl.
And he's out here crying, like, please.
Who's
give me a
crying?
break. Bryce.
Crying?
Bryce is crying.
Did he cry before, or did he cry after he did the dirt?
After he did the dirt.
Straight tears.
Crocodile tears.
Damage is done, my friend.
Well, they're not gonna. They won't be crying when they do Casa versus Villa, the horny race. So trust me, there's nobody who's.
What's the horny race?
It's a tradition unlike any other. It's like the Masters of Love Island, where they have to have a race. They have to do a text, and they'll be like, make out with the Islander you fancy the most, and then they have to make out, and it's like best sex position, and then they do it with the Islander you want to speak to, and then they got a race, and whoever does it faster, they get a point, and so they do, and they all find out through text whether they won the race.
Also, one of the bombshells that went into the regular villa with the girls wasn't the Miami Dolphins.
Really?
Crazy enough. Tino Ellis? He was a cornerback.
He was?
2020
Really?
to 2021.
That's why he's on Love Island right now, because
his name was who?
Tino
Practice
Ellis.
Squad.
Tino Ellis?
Yep.
That doesn't sound like a real name.
Okay.
How far in the Dolphins did he make it? Was he like a
Practice Squad guy,
was
or
he like an OTA's invitee? I don't recall that name.
I don't recall it either, but
I know.
like I said,
Dude,
the internet is
can
on
I just
maps.
tell
They
you?
found it.
That drives me crazy. That really does. Like, oh, I played. Really? For who?
He was in the practice squad, yeah.
Did he even wear a uniform, or just he wear a jersey, the shirt?
Ellis signed with the Dolphins in October of 2020. On August 2021, he was waived by the Dolphins, re-signed the practice squad the next day, and then he was waived on September 2nd. So he was, I guess, on the practice squad for a season, but he was waived in 6 days in 2021. Then
What
he
a
went
great
to
run.
then he went to play for something called the Michigan Panthers,
Oh, that's
USFL.
yeah.
Then he went back to the Dolphins, where he was waived on injured reserve. He lasted 8 days on the team.
So yeah, you had.
He also lasted less than one night on Love Island, by the way.
Yeah, he didn't even get picked, right? Like he
No.
wasn't even one of the guys because
No.
they just brought in like 12 people, and then they picked 6 guys to stay at the villa. So
Who picked the women?
who did pick? I was kind of going through rumors. I kind of half watched last night. Who ended up picking? Was it the girls who ended up picking, or did Ariana pick?
The girls picked.
Okay, so there you go. Dan Day, what damage is done for you, dude?
Oh man, Tito Ellis, come on, man.
You don't remember? You remember him?
No.
He sounded like he mentioned it like, oh yeah, I was there.
Guys, we were the flagship station. No, I'm joking. Was I correct in thinking you were telling me the other day Love Island's on 5 nights a week?
It is on 5 nights a week.
What a commitment.
You think so, but man, I love it.
It just
I'm missing it tonight because I'm doing the draft show, and I'm you only get Wednesday and Saturdays off. But you can catch a certain night like tonight, like there's no recouplings or anything like that tonight. Like they'll be doing some things, then they'll probably have to do that the next time. Oh, you know what? They actually might couple up tonight. I don't know, because the whole thing is they're going to do this throughout the week. Dan Day, the big thing with Casamore is, are they going to go on Sunday? Are they going to return to the villa single or with a new couple? That's the big thing that we're building up to this week.
And
So my question is, why are we like? It doesn't do you any favors to hitch up to somebody too soon,
Right.
because you're gonna only end up disappointing, right? And being hated and being kicked off the island. So
Usually, there's been some couples that they've gone the distance. It's not never happened.
oh, listen, I've seen bits and parts of this.
Mhm.
There ain't nobody worth. No,
That's not true. There's people that are still there.
no, there's people that are still there, but I'm saying like they ain't gonna hitch up with nobody. They saying it, but
Well, no, I'm saying like in Love Island history. Like there's still people that are still together.
oh, okay.
So what damage is done for you, Dan?
hate to say it, but Kansas guard Darryn Peterson tonight. The NBA draft starts at 8:00. If you ask me who's the best player in the draft, I would say it's Darryn Peterson. He is a human highlight film when he plays. The only problem is he's had some health issues. Let's just put it that way. And he's gone on to say that, well, the reason I've cramped and had to leave games is because of creatine.
I remember that.
Well, I think now it's too late, Darryn Peterson. The damage is done. Unfortunately, you'll probably not be the first overall pick. You'll probably go second or third. Nonetheless, kind of walk yourself out of being the first overall pick with whatever health issues it might have been, whether it be creatine related or not.
Yeah, and then you think about it because, I mean, Utah would have loved Tabansa because they basically raised him from a high school kid. So they would have loved to have that if it wasn't so weird with Peterson. But people have said like Peterson wasn't the version of himself in college that he was in high school, where he looked like, can't miss. I mean, he's still going number 2 probably, No one's thinking that. Even with all the drama with the Utah Jazz, where he like didn't work out with them, he did meet with them. He's going number 2, but I don't know. Well, there is a wrinkle too because
for cramping, or he was.
Well, they're worried that his heart also had some issues, and I'm not talking about health issues. I'm talking about maybe he wasn't 100% vested into some of the games.
Yeah, like he was trying to basically play not to get hurt this year. Because you.
It's what I would say this about like kids and athletes. It's not like it's human nature, right? But I would say if you think that's an issue, it's not an issue because he tried to do that. It's an issue because he's not out there to compete, right? Because no matter how you feel about any situation you're in, whether you're banged up, whether you're worried about future contracts, whether you're worried about your situation, once you get on the court, if you're a competitor, you forget. The fact that he couldn't forget and he still played that way means that, is he really into it? And so that's the question I would have. I understand all the other stuff, right? But if he's able to overlook his competitiveness and go to a situation where he's thinking about all that other stuff, that would scare me more than anything. Because you're thinking, okay, what happens when his contract's up, right? He's going to be one of those players that, oh, I'm out, or I got a sore. Like, yeah, we've seen those guys. It's annoying. So, yeah.
I saw him run circles for one half around AJ DeBansa
in
a game.
Yeah.
And then he said he didn't feel good. Oh, he said he had like an ankle issue and didn't play the rest of the game.
Very weird.
And once again, you can't ever judge anybody how they're injured, but you look at Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant's playing with like finger ligaments hanging off, and these guys are going to play no matter what. It's a different age. I get it, but it was a little strange. When I watched that game.
Yeah, and you think about like some of the guys who've had like these weird how they go about their college season, like Markelle Fultz or
just like
Ben Simmons, like
and look how it works out for him.
Yeah, you can never. It's hard to always ignore the talent. Someone's gonna buy into it, but the red flags are there for a reason.
Here's the thing: when you talk about the kind of person somebody is, when you talk about their habits, when you talk about all these things, I'm willing to bet you if you find a guy who's super, super, ultra competitive, all the other stuff works out, right? Like if you don't keep, I give you a perfect example. Charles Barkley was not considered one of the most in shape basketball players in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But you put him on the basketball court, and the one thing he did was compete, regardless of how he felt or what he looked like. That carries weight.
Yep.
These people have these tremendous bodies or whatever. We can look at what's his name from The Fisherman now.
Ben Simmons.
You can look at Ben Simmons and say, is he really a competitor, or he's just been blessed with?
He was blessed with attributes.
Right. But you never really look at him and say, that dude is a competitor. Whereas you look at Kobe, right? From day one, you go, I don't know what kind of basketball player he's going to be, but dude is going to compete.
We'll take a break here on the program. We'll get you caught up with your headlines. Bill Zito and Brady Tkachuk had their press conference today. The Miami Heat have traded for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Miami Marlins are rolling this June, and Scotland took over their ballpark. It's all happening for us here. World Cup's still going on. We're back after this. Welcome back, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy. Happy Giannis Antetokounmpo just got traded to the Heat day. Thank you, Pat Riley. Thank you, Pat. Thank you. Miami Heat getting it done last night and acquiring the Greek Freak for a bevy of assets.
Thank you, Tobin. Thank you.
Tyler Herro, Kel'el Ware, Jaime Jaquez, Kasparas Jakučionis, which was apparently, according to reports, Anthony Chang, that was like the last stand.
Mhm.
There was a report today from Sam Amick that they tried to put Davion Mitchell in there. 3 first-round picks, a swap, a second-round pick, and they used their $15 million trade exception from the Duncan Robinson trade to pick up Bobby Portis, who has been down here training a little bit too as well. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, he was at Punch Fitness, a boxing gym down yonder, probably like a couple miles from here. Harold Calderon used to train there for a little bit before he went to Hialeah.
Our guy's fighting this week, right?
Xander is fighting this week. I gotta tell you, I think he's gonna. I know I'm biased. I'm
not gonna say nothing.
I know I'm
I'm
biased.
not gonna say
There's just something about Boots Ennis's energy that I'm just like, I don't believe you. I think you're talking yourself up.
Okay, so here's the deal. Here's what I like to do in these moments. When was the last guy you felt this way about? That ended up being true. So we can at least have proof that you see it. Or are you just trying to sell yourself on Xander?
I'm not selling that. I've said the only thing that worries me about Xander is if he has to if he gets down a couple rounds, building his way.
Is he gonna be able to keep his poise?
Yeah.
And
I know he
point
likes
his way out.
I know he likes to firefight and could he run into a mistake, but he's so much bigger than him. And the thing is, Jaron's only thing seems to be is he's body shaming him because he's like, oh, well, you needed all this time to because you were in fat camp. And then
who's Xander?
Yeah, he was saying that to Xander. And Xander's like, yeah, I just got done winning the championship and I was celebrating with Bad Bunny. Sorry, I wanted to get in shape. And then this week I saw the standoff. He goes, oh, you look small. You look scrawny. I'm like, yeah, well, wait till, let's wait till weigh-in day when he rehydrates, dude. He's a monster. He's a lot bigger than him.
Wait, I think people don't understand. He is a big boy fighting in that class.
Yeah. This is probably going to be the last one that he has in this weight class.
Oh, because he's going to die trying to make the weight.
Yeah, he's been set for middleweight for a while. This is probably his last one at 154, but he's going to make it. This guy's been doing that for his whole career. I mean, he used to make 147. I mean, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
He was tiny when we saw him then.
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. The Panthers introduced Brady Tkachuk today, and we'll get some of that for you. I know Vlad is cutting some of that stuff up, but I did want to get the Bill Zito stuff on Sergei Bobrovsky, because that was the last question at the press conference today. He was asked about where things stand with the Panthers goalie.
I could answer that for you. It stands at $14 million, which ain't gonna happen.
This was Bill Zito when asked about it.
Just for Bill, since it was kind of mentioned there, where do you think stand with Bobrovsky? Is there the door still open for him to come back, or where do you think things are from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, until doors close, you never know. Bob is a guy that has done so much for our organization, and we continue to evaluate every single day, just like I just said, and try to be better. And there are no doors closed here ever.
All right. There are Pierre LeBron said today that he doesn't believe it's ruled out that the Panthers could bring him back either. I guess it's going to be like, you would imagine, is there a possibility could they just do a 1-year something? Just, a bridge, because even if the Panthers don't have a solution. And it also probably depends on, do the Panthers think they could get Hellebuck? Could they get, they don't, I mean, I don't think they're going to get him without giving up Anton Lundell, which I know the Panthers don't want to do. Binnington's been the very common name that's been thrown around. Could the Panthers go, David Dwork brings up a good point. They have such faith in their goal department with Robbie Tallis and Roberto Luongo. Do they just go cheapskis? Do they go that route of
Goalie seems like the one position you can't go cheap on.
You can't, but then, you see what just happened this past. Now, this was a weird Stanley Cup where the goalies really weren't a big factor, but, one of their guys who got poached from their AHL team ends up getting a shutout to win the thing. So, they similar to the Heat have a lot of faith in what they're able to kind of search around there, which they have done.
Listen.
I mean, you look at Stolar. Stolar's got poached from him. Alex Lyon. These guys are guys who go on and they have success elsewhere. So I could see a scenario where they go like that.
Where they just think they can develop somebody because
Right.
they've been doing such a good job with developing goalies.
But this is as critical a win now team as there is. Like, do you really have, like, are you going to play those games where maybe it looks good in the regular season?
I mean,
and then we get to playoff time and
Here.
it's a different ball game.
Sometimes a guy asks for so much that it's not even worth coming back. It's not even worth, giving a different offer. So you're saying $7-8 million for 5 years to get the money, and he's saying 3 years.
Oh, Ronaldo's
beautiful.
Wow.
3 years, $40 million.
Look at that. Ronaldo finds his way, finds the back of the net against Uzbekistan. He needed that.
He just missed one earlier too, so a little redemption right there.
He needed that one, dude. All
Are
right.
are they going to qualify for the second?
I think if they win today, they should be
Because they have
all
two ties, right?
No, they have one tie.
They have one tie. This is the second game.
Oh, this is only the second game?
Correct.
Yeah, most people have two in the books, and their thirds are coming up.
Okay. All right.
You were looking at the standings, quote unquote, as they stand 2 minutes into the game when they were showing that. So, yeah.
Texter says, everyone else took discounts. Why shouldn't Bob? I think the one that probably irked him is
Marchand.
the Marchand deal. Because Marchand's age, he got a lot of years and got 30 million guaranteed, basically. And I think Bob's like, hey, man, this dude been here for 2 seconds. Great year. But got locked in. And while awesome, is more replaceable than what we have around, with what I provide. And I think that probably put it into a place where you believed in his age, but you don't believe in mine. So I don't know. People I was listening to a lot of the hockey shows yesterday because I'm obsessed with this, that they're like, listen, goalie just age is different than a wing. It just does. But I just don't think people appreciate
right.
People don't appreciate the mentality that this guy has. I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I'm just telling you what the guy thinks of himself and his work ethic.
Mhm.
That he's going to say, oh, you guys don't think I can be good for 4 more years? Watch this, and we'll see. But,
Okay.
But
Father Time is undefeated. And I would say this. Athletes, and I probably was just as responsible as anyone else, want you to pay them on what they've done for you, right? A team is paying you on what they think you can do. So when you think about Bob and the money that he wants, the team has to weigh that against that position, that age, and us not being able to do anything else if we do this. So I'm not mad at Bob for wanting all that money. Somebody told him he was worth it. I'm not mad at the Panthers for pausing.
Well, I think he looks at it. I think he looks at somebody like, he's like, look, you could look at Igor Shesterkin and you could say, like, if it's true what Dave Hyde's reporting, I have no reason to believe it's not, that he's like, well, I've beaten Igor Shesterkin in the playoffs. I don't care that he's 10 years younger than me.
Okay, then fine. Then you listen. You can have those beliefs and you can believe that. That's not the way teams think. Right? Like a guy who's 10 years younger than you, even though you've beaten him, that's not why you pay him.
He's beating all the top guys.
You pay him because you want 5 more years.
He could basically go through this top list and it'd be a hit list for him.
Was
No, not was, is.
Okay.
Is like
Okay.
why does that stuff get erased?
I'm never gonna get you to understand that part of that, right? Like I'm never going. And if you were a GM, you would be stuck with more old guys on your roster that you paid because of what they've done and not what they can do.
I mean, I guess the thought is like, how bad do you think he's going to fall off a cliff in 2 years?
And a team's job is to not put yourself in a situation where you're.
Well, they did put themselves in this situation because they traded Spencer Knight.
Yeah, but that was what? Was it last year or 2 years?
It was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. So they say, okay, in 2 years.
So 1 year where everybody's hurt decides this guy's no good anymore. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
wait.
I think that
you keep saying that. Please don't say that.
Why?
I'm not saying Bob can't play.
I didn't say
I'm
you,
saying
I didn't say
but
you
I'm
did.
saying-
I'm
but
not saying that's your take. I'm talking about the Panthers
That's
mindset.
the way you're taking that. Just because they don't want to pay him for the next 3 or 4 years.
I didn't say
doesn't
that was
mean
your
they think-
opinion. I said the team's opinion of the reason they made the move for Spencer Knight was because they believed Bob was going to age into his late 30s and early 40s.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they traded Spencer Knight for Seth Jones.
Mhm.
They said that. And
Okay.
if you're going to judge that off of a year where everybody was hurt on your team, to me, that is a miscalculation.
It's not that though. Why? Like, it's not that. It's that, hey, when you start putting your team together and you start thinking about, oh, you just brought in Brady. Oh, you just did this. Oh, you trade. Like, you have to make moves that are going to be consistent with where you're going to be in the next 2 or 3 years. And if they decide, okay, how long do we want to be in this Bob contract? Okay, we can be with them for 2 years. Maybe they make that determination. 2 years, right? They say, okay, let's offer him something. Then Bob says, I want 3 years, $14 million. How do you respond to that? What could you come back with?
Yeah, you gotta find a middle ground, man.
Huh? There's no middle ground from the highest paid goalie in the
Nobody's
league.
paying him as the highest paid
I
goalie.
know.
Like,
so
we could go to Glenn right now and I say I want $14 million to the next show.
Hold
He's
on.
like, okay, cool.
So my question to you is, do you even start negotiating when that side is so unrealistic? That's my point. This has nothing, this contract discussion has nothing to do with what they think Bob can or can't do. But if the first ask is to be the highest goalie in the highest paid goalie in the league at $14 million a year for 3 years.
Well, we don't know that was the first ask. We know that it was the ask this offseason. Like Bob could have wanted a deal last year done, and they didn't want to do it then.
Okay. All right. I got you.
So then he's like, oh, I'm a free agent. That's what I'm asking for.
All right. And so they say, like, okay, maybe that had something to do with it. That at what point, or you can't have reasonable talks when somebody's being unreasonable. Bob should not be the highest paid goalie in the league.
Who should be?
I don't know, not Bob. You're misconstruing the best with the highest paid. Bob is how old? 38?
Yep. We'll be 38.
He'll be 38. You want to be the team that pays $3 million, 3 years, $14 million a year for a 30-year-old goalie?
No, for strong, but I think,
okay.
But I think that there could be also, you know, I don't think it's a negotiation that should be dead. Like I would just end negotiations because Bob asked for a
ridiculous amount.
Yeah, because then you're as a GM, you're like, okay, what do you think you could actually find out there?
Right, but that's my point. So we don't know if it's dead, but as a team, when somebody asks for that,
I'll tell you this: if they don't have him this year, I'm nervous about their chances. I don't care how loaded their team is.
Okay.
I don't care if they get Hellebuck. I don't care. Okay. Like you're going into it with can those.
So
guys,
you think of all the guys they could bring in, Bob would have the best year. So
yeah,
regardless,
he's bar none the guy I would trust the most. Why
that's
wouldn't
because
you?
you've been with him.
Yeah,
right.
but he's also proven it.
Okay. What you have done is not the same as what you will do. I don't like that's sports. I don't know. I can't. That teams have to think. What will you do?
If I told you the Stanley Cup was tomorrow, okay,
that's not even realistic. You're making up stuff.
I'm not making up stuff.
You are.
I'm telling you tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Dan.
The Stanley Cup's tomorrow.
Right.
Do you want Sergei Bobrovsky and you got to pay him $10 million a year, or you want Alex Lyon.
I would take Sergio because I'm familiar with him.
Who's Sergio?
I mean,
is that his Latino cousin?
Great bakery.
Sergio Bobrovsky.
I would
I
take
was
Bob.
so confused. I'm like, who is Sergio now?
I don't even know why. Look, I'm not even reading. There's nothing like I don't know what I was thinking about.
2 into the World Cup, dude.
No, I'm not even looking at the World Cup.
Is that Portugal's goalie?
No.
That's wild.
Take a break.
Random Sergio.
We're back after
If
this.
who asked a question like that?
All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate. Currently right now, 89 degrees, isolated thunderstorms. Still got that heat advisory. Ooh, scary. My phone does the lightning. Wind gusts up to 8 miles per hour. Kind of a gloomy day, but super hot and soupy, everybody. So be forewarned, you got that going on, and we will check that on out. In the meanwhile, tonight at 7 o'clock, we will have a draft party show that's going to be basically celebrating Giannis, myself, and Solana with a bevy of guests stopping by from the Miami Heat's draft party, which you guys should just get down there tonight. We're going to celebrate the Heat doing awesome stuff. What do you think the war room's like tonight for the Heat? Like, do they kick back?
There'll be snacks, pizza, and wine.
Do you think they get euros? What do you think they go? Do you think they order Greek? You know?
Oh, some euros, some.
What was that? That was that.
Them little wrap leaf things.
There was the famous. There was the famous story back in the day about them eating the Chinese food, ordering the rice for Glenn Rice to bring them fortune, and so maybe they switch it up this year in the war room.
I like chicken euro too.
Chicken shawarma, grape leaves. All these things are called. All types of crazy.
Grape leaves.
You're a hell at a Greek Lebanese restaurant. Give me those little wrap things. Give me that chicken hero. Give me
the euro. Like, yeah, but if you don't have, listen, I keep a little bucket of tzatziki sauce at home.
Hey, don't get tzatziki and hummus confused.
No, I don't like hummus, but I love chickpeas on a salad. Isn't that the craziest thing?
That is a little
I
weird.
thought you didn't like salad.
Huh? I mean, when I have to, I'll go ahead and throw some chickpeas on it. When I have a grilled chicken, when I grill some chicken. By the way, my grill looks like an open car hood. I had to take it all apart.
Oh, it's that kind of construction. You got a very busy grill.
So what happened was, believe it or not, so it worked and then it didn't work. And it just said it took a long time to heat.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I just changed the thing that heats it up. So I called the lady. She's like, yeah, you got to take it apart. So you got to take it apart to see if they need a wire. So I took it apart, right? Calling back, I say, do I need to just clean it off? She says, no, you shouldn't have to clean it off. And then the lady goes, yesterday, she goes, did they send you new fuses? I'm like, new fuses?
Excuse me?
Yeah. They're about this big, like they're tiny, right? And she said, every time you change the fire pot or the igniter, you're supposed to change the fuses. And I'm like, well, that kind of sucks because you guys sent me to the person that sent it and they didn't send any fuses. All right, we'll overnight you some fuses. So my grill's gutted because the fuse, I had to get to the main motherboard, which was behind something else, which was around the corner from this thing. And so basically it looks like a car.
No fuse, you lose.
Yeah. I just want to say, that's why I call you and I want to ask you a question and I just go, never mind. No fuse, you lose. That's why.
It's the motto.
You would disagree? Do you think they're just watching the World Cup tonight instead of the draft? Like, it's just, you have everybody there and they're like, all right.
Who do we get in the draft? Giannis,
We got Giannis, dude. Giannis. Somebody bringing some Greek flags to the draft party tonight? Either way, we'll be there.
Well, Giannis isn't even in the country yet.
Yeah, we don't know where he is.
Right.
We don't know where he is. He no post by him. We don't have any posts by Bam. Tyler Herro was on his Finstagram saying a time was had. A time was had.
He's the only one that's ever on his Instagram.
He's very on social media. But it's all good.
I don't understand why he can't be upset about this, right?
No, apparently the word is he's excited for a fresh start.
Right. Okay. And I understand that.
It's also got to be a little relieving. Like every year, it's the
Right.
same thing. Now it's like, all right, it's done now.
Finally,
finally.
no more trade rumors. Oh, unless Detroit goes and picks them up.
But I would say that it's unfortunate, but as a professional basketball player, don't you kind of have to understand why everybody had to move on? Because you can't, if you own a franchise, you can't keep going year after year after year hoping that one of your star players is going to play more games. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. Right now, Portugal up 2-0 on Uzbekistan. Ronaldo has scored, and then on a free kick, they did the okie-doke, and Uzbekistan was faked out of their shoes. So
Not even close.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close.
My favorite is when the guys jump, but they're not really jumping to get in the way of the ball. They just want to be a deterrent, because I've never seen anybody get hit with a ball there.
I've seen them get hit. Yeah. They turn their bodies a lot of the time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Uzbekistan on the board?
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Can we say upper 90?
Game
for
on,
soccer?
dude.
Can we say upper 90 for
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because that was there was no way that goalie was getting to that one.
Ronaldo having a talk with the official who's got a spy cam on him.
Offsides?
Very upset.
Is offsides?
Very upset.
He's arguing that.
He's trying to.
I didn't see the goal, so I couldn't even tell you what possibly went down.
I just saw it shooting past. I didn't see the guy kick it.
Oh, he kicked it. It was watch this kick.
He's on sides there for sure.
Watch this kick.
Oh, he's looking for the penalty?
I don't know.
The ball was gone, so isn't that a trip?
I mean, like, don't trip, dude.
Boom. Look at that kick.
He blasted that
side.
Yeah.
What? Is that not good advice?
Great advice. Don't trip.
Upper 90.
Don't lose.
Man, he blasted that.
Yes.
Thing. That was fun. That was fun. You think this is when Andy Ellisberg is tickled pink when he gets to go fill out a roster with exceptions? He's just like, yeah, that's good. He's got an apron to work with. He goes, he gets to like put the puzzle together.
Doesn't really have much of an apron or anything. Like they're up against it, aren't they?
They're hard capped at a certain number. They can still use their exceptions as well.
So, question: I don't want to ask you this because you're gonna get mad at me.
Why? Why would I get
So
mad at you, dude?
why? So certain teams have a hard cap, and then other teams have what is it called?
You have like the first apron, second apron. A lot of those are punitive based on.
So they're already over the first apron and all that. Now they have the hard cap.
They have the hard cap. They'll be a first apron team, but they're not a luxury tax team because they got to have the luxury tax. So they're not in the punitive tax
Right.
yet.
Okay.
But then you get to a certain point where like you can't make certain trades and things like that. But Miami is not at that point. But because they took back the more money in the trade, that did hard cap them at a number.
So if they wouldn't have taken
Portis,
if they wouldn't have taken money back in the trade, then they would have had I don't understand.
So I guess the way that it works is if you took back more money in a trade than you send out, that hard caps you at a certain number.
Okay. All right.
Ira had some tweets on this. It was let's see.
Maybe I should become friends with Ira.
At the moment, I'm going to read you his tweets.
All right.
At the moment, the hard cap Heat have $18 million to fill 5 roster spots. That figure does not include Norman Powell, but does include Andrew Wiggins' option year. So if Andrew Wiggins doesn't come back, or they could lower that number, or if he comes back on,
So we give them more than 19,
Right.
so they could probably get up to 25. Okay, got you.
Trading a 26, 27 salary for more years by Wiggins could open up some wiggle room to 23 million or so. And then he adds, being able to move off Nikola Jovic's money would create a runway for a Powell return to use the taxpayer mid-level, but likely easier said than done. Hard cap created by Duncan Robinson, trade exception used for Bobby Portis. The Portis element remains curious. Yeah, I just think that the Heat wanted some kind of size additions, though, right? I mean, you lose Kel'el Ware. And who would you have gotten? You got Vlad Golden, who's out there. Mitchell Robinson on on the cheap skis. So you need that.
No.
Shooting and size was I do think a need there, and certainly he's got the relationship with Giannis already.
Mitchell Robinson is cool, but you can't have that. Spo would never play him. Like, he may do a lot of great things. Spo would never hardly play this guy.
The world's biggest soccer tournament continues, and you can trade the entire tournament on Kalshi. On Kalshi, you can trade every match of the opening stage all the way to the final today. Coming up later on at 4 o'clock, we got England and Ghana. England currently trading at 83%. Ghana just 6%. But maybe you think that England will be up by a few goals by halftime. They'll get all the work done early. That's trading currently at 39%. So a $100 trade pays out at $245. Plus, if you want to follow the draft today, you guys can go pick by pick trading on which team is going to take. So who you think Utah is going to take, who you think Memphis is going to take, if somebody will be a top 5 pick, is somebody going to be a top 10 pick. You can trade all of that on Kalshi. Plus, you continue following the trade market. I just got a payout last night because of what Miami was able to pull off. So all I'm saying, dude, is it's a blast. On Kalshi, you're trading against your peers in a live market, meaning there's no house and the probabilities change. So you can buy in or out of your position for a limited time. You download the Kalshi app, use the code Tobin to get $10 when you trade 10. KALSHI Kalshi. Trade the beautiful game and everything. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk. It may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory. 4-3 WQAM. All right, so they waved off Uzbekistan's goal, and then Ronaldo just scored again. So it's 3-0 Portugal at the 38th minute right now. Here we can see as he gets going, but finds Ronaldo, boom, right past the goalie, scoots, and he's on the board for the second time today. Man, I gotta tell you, it is fun. Like, even as a cash, all these the soccer stars are coming out to play.
Yeah. Uzbekistan, though.
So?
Okay. No, I know 3 goals, 3 goals. I'm just 2 goals is 2 goals. I'm just saying.
You couldn't find Uzbekistan on a map.
Neither could you.
I didn't try and claim that they were nothing.
No, don't all of a sudden talk about something totally different.
I know way more about Uzbekistan than you do.
Where is it?
I don't know, but I know that there's I know that I called a fighter from Uzbekistan.
And you didn't know where he was from.
Kakramanov. That was his name. Sayed Yukub Kakramanov. He was from Uzbekistan.
Mm-hmm. And where's Uzbekistan?
Somewhere in Europe.
I love how you keep asking him within
One of the bands.
1 minute.
Yeah, because he's the one he said I didn't know where it was.
You just dismissed him. You don't know anything about their past.
It's in Asia, guys.
It's a Slavic country in Asia.
Don't look at me like that.
Dude, you were wrong.
So were you.
I never guessed.
You dismissed him.
I said I didn't know.
You dismissed him.
I dismissed him.
You basically
yes.
said that Ronaldo was doing this against the Bad News Bears.
They're not known as a powerhouse in soccer.
Oh, whatever, dude. You couldn't name 3 powerhouses in soccer.
France, Germany, Spain.
Took you long enough.
What?
You guys are the worst.
What do you mean,
Argentina, who won the World Cup last time, got to count them.
Oh, thank you. They're on the list.
But France is the best.
Well, we'll see. We don't know that they're the best.
No, I didn't say that. Just because you're the best doesn't mean you're going to win. Get over that.
All right. What kind of an argument is that?
That is.
Just because of the best doesn't mean you're going to win.
Right.
Okay.
Does that not make sense to anyone?
You're not making a lot of sense. I got to be honest with you.
Wait. So
Sergio?
you're saying if you're the best, you should win?
You made Sergei Bobrovsky Latino.
Don't change the
Sergio's
subject.
crazy.
Don't. Sergio Bobrovsky.
We did not bring back Sergei Bobrovsky, but we've signed this new recruit, Sergio Bobrovsky.
Oh my God.
I mean, are you kidding me?
Just try to get that stink off you.
What?
What are you searching
Muchas
up now?
gracias.
See?
That's Sergio.
Sergio.
Muchas gracias.
You gonna watch the draft tonight? The Heat have just tweeted out on their Instagram page, or posted on their Instagram page, excuse me. They posted draft night. Like, you guys, who are you guys fooling?
Let me just say this. No.
Guy goes, I like Giannis at pick 13. Another guy goes, post Giannis.
I think it's the single-handed worst way to do a draft. It's so annoying. Like, guys end up with certain teams and then they have to change hats, and like, who did that happen to? Did that happen to Jaylen Brunson?
To what?
Who's the player who had, I think their mom worked in an organization and they drafted him, but then he had to put on a different hat? Oh, I can't think.
Bridges? I don't think that was Brunson. I think that might have been Mikal Bridges.
Was it?
Yeah. I know you're talking about. I remember. We're for Philly.
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
I think it was Bridges.
I'm like, oh, come on. I like Mikal Bridges. I wish he could be on the Heat. He's a perfect fit for the Heat.
I'm going back to that 2013 draft where Giannis went 15th overall. Oh, man. Anthony Bennett, number 1.
Oof.
Victor Oladipo, number 2.
Hey.
Well, hold up. Otto Porter, number 3, and number 4, Cody Zeller.
Yikes. Cody Zeller went to the Hornets, yeah?
We don't even know which brother. There's still a Zeller playing basketball.
Can I ask you something? Why did Michael Jordan love intangible bigs?
He does.
Very strange.
I mean, his last one was
Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank.
More Heat guys ahead of him.
Hey,
Kelly Olynyk went 13th.
Is it safe to say that Jordan was the absolute worst at drafting players?
Oh, he was very bad. Kwame Brown.
He named one guy that stuck.
Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker was good.
He's playing in China now.
Well, he's old.
Not that old.
But his knee was cooked. He got
okay.
But he was good when he was. He's probably the best. I mean,
Their best. His draft best draft.
Is he the best? Charlotte Hornets? Like, he's not obviously the best Charlotte Hornet ever. Like back in like the Larry Johnson Zoe days, but when they were no longer the Bobcats and then we're back to the Hornets, is he the best Hornet? Emeka Okafor?
No. And Jordan's was terrible at drafting bigs.
Yeah, he loved intangible bigs. He had
even when he didn't take intangibles.
I think he took Did he take two Plumlees?
And a Frank Kaminsky.
And a Kaminsky, yeah.
Frank the Tank. Like, is he still playing?
No.
Frank the Tank is like,
no.
Wasn't he like the second pick in the draft or something like that?
No, he was ninth.
Ninth.
The Heat, like everybody remember that was the famous story where Danny Ainge was trying to trade up to take Justice Winslow, and he offered Michael Jordan, I think, 4 first-round picks. I think one of them turned out to be the Tatum pick. He offered 4 first-round picks to go up and take Justice Winslow, and Jordan shot him down, and the Heat took Justice Winslow. But I don't even know if he ever offered it to the Heat because, him and Riley hate each other's guts.
Yeah.
So I don't think he called him, but he offered like the moon to take Justice Winslow. That was the story back in the day.
Jeez.
Hey, there's some crazy ones. That would be like if I was the Heat tonight. Like, you think you prank call anybody just for fun? Like Adam Simon just picks up the phone. He goes, "Hey guys, let's call the Hawks." This is the Hawks GM. They're like, "Yeah."
You guys want to trade for Jaylen Brunson? You want to trade Jaylen Brown? It's Brad Stevens.
They're like, "Why are you calling from a 305 area code?"
Oh, it's my South Florida residence. So what do you say? Trade for Jaylen Brown?
Why are you laughing?
No reason.
Why are you guys smashing plates in the background saying Opa? You love that about a Greek restaurant? You ever go to one where they're smashing plates?
No.
Love that.
I know when I was in Cleveland at night, they used to have the little stands outside, the little trucks, and they had gyros, chicken, and lamb. It's pretty cool.
Guy says, I hope some kid tries to scam fake Joe Cronin tonight.
We've moved on.
Oh, I've never moved on. Well, listen, it's good for them. They could have just allowed Damian Lillard to go to the Heat. Instead, they lose Giannis. Oh, well. Reap what you sow. Enjoy the Heat's package. You guys will love Kel'el Ware. Milwaukee should be tickled. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be any good, but I think some of those players could end up being good.
I mean, if Tyler plays the whole year, right? If Tyler plays the whole year and Kel'el keeps improving, how can that not be a decent, like, at least start?
I think they could be fun. I think they could be fun. I mean, unless maybe Kel'el Ware is just like, this is the leap,
Right.
Year 3. We'll see. But I mean, obviously, Spo's got to be elated. Like, Spo loves a defensive veteran team. He's got a star again. He's got, the ways that he's going to try and get him in efficient places. He's going to be delighted. And he doesn't have to go through the yo-yo of youth. He hates that. Not a fan.
I mean, but here, can I? This drives me crazy. You're an organization known as developing young guys, and then you're saying with the same breath, "I hate playing young
guys." Though, like like you're talking about like guys who are like on the cutting edge of a league, who have been around, guys who've been overlooked, but they're coming into it at 23, 24, like dealing with 19, 20. Those are very, like, Spo always says, forget these guys are this age. He's like, he said, like, you've almost wished that they could get up to like 23, 24. Like, that's the sweet spot for him. So
then why even draft him? Like, why not?
I don't know, dude. Because
it's very confusing to me. I'm so confused about the thought process behind young player versus not young player versus, like the things they say about developing players and how they treat young players is confusing to me.
I don't know what you're finding confusing about it.
Develop them.
Okay, development usually comes slower for younger guys.
I think they missed out on this Kel'el thing. I know they had to trade him, so
They missed out on him for Giannis.
No, you understand what I'm saying. Stop. I think he's going to be a player.
I think he is too.
Okay.
But we all knew when this was in the thing.
Yeah, I'm fine. Like, again, I knew it had to be done. It had to be done.
Guy says, does Tyler Herro get a thank you video when we play?
No.
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was an all-star. I think they'll definitely play something for Tyler.
I just put a boot.
You got to put that promotions team to work a little bit, make them earn their money.
What about the boot?
Put the girl
just have him in a boot.
You just want to honor him with a walking boot?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem very nice.
I don't think that'd be an honor.
You just give his gift instead of like a gold.
I don't think you give him a gift. I think they're just going to give him a video. We need to bring Mike Biamonte back for a year, dude. I'll tell you that.
Because too many come back. Yeah.
I just think that one more year, one more run, and then he can ride off into the sun. This is a special circumstance, and I think that Mike Biamonte, like, I'm canceling his retirement. I think that Mike Biamonte needs to come back.
Specifically canceled.
I hereby cancel Mike Biamonte's retirement. You can always retire after the season, but I gotta hear him say Antetokounmpo one time. I need it. Just one more year. He's got it in him. You guys know you haven't found a good replacement. What?
It's kind of rude.
Is it?
What if they did?
Come on. You think they found the next Mike Biamonte?
I'm not saying that. I'm
Be
saying
honest,
they
Fosh.
probably found his replacement.
Okay.
This guy and girl, whoever is going to replace Mike Biamonte, is hurting right now, Tobin. That was a little painful.
Exactly.
They can't be hurting. They're unproven. Sorry. Until then, you're just a prospect.
Nobody said they're unproven.
They're, to me, I'm going to treat you like Erik Spoelstra treats a teenager. You're a prospect right now, dude. That's it.
You heard the Kel'el Ware.
Yeah, you're in the doghouse. And right now, if you told me right now I could trade for one more year of Mike Biamonte and tell prospects to hit the bricks, yeah, I'm going to tell them to do that. I'm sorry. Is that rude?
Yeah.
I was going to say.
A lot of pressure on this person. They got to say Antetokounmpo. It's a lot of syllables. I don't know if they're ready for that.
I want to hear Mike say it with excitement.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying.
To Giannis. I need him to.
Yeah.
I like
say it.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yes.
I need a quick Giannis.
Right. So,
once again, Heat, give me a holler.
I just think that.
You know why it hurt? It was because Dan Day.
I did apply.
Did you apply? I'm sorry, Dan.
Yeah,
well, you would. I didn't think that you applied. I thought you had too many jobs.
What's yeah. That's why I kind of, would caped up for the new hire.
Well, if you deserve it, then I'll allow Mike Biamonte to stay retired if it's you, obviously. But anybody else, no, I need Mike Biamonte to come back for a season. I'm sorry. Other than Dan Day. If you give Dan Day the gig, I'll stop this campaign. Those are my terms.
I mean, can I just say, your terms suck.
Why?
Just for things in general.
How so?
Because a month ago you were saying, I don't even know if I really want Giannis.
Guarded my heart.
And then now you have Goozies on top of Goozies on top of Goozies on top of Goozies.
Yeah, because Pat Riley's back. And you doubted him.
It is kind of true, though. Like, you like that girl. You think she's really pretty. You hear that she might be interested in you.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, like, she's cool. She's cool. I mean, I got options, though. And then when she comes up and it's like, are you going to ask me out or not? You're like, let's go. Yeah.
You didn't have options.
Yeah, let's go.
We had options.
What are the other options?
We could have gone a lot of ways. Could have gone Kawhi. Could have gone Ja. Could have gone a lot of different places. Zion.
Could do it all alone,
Yeah, could do it by ourselves. We could have kept going with Kasparas Jakučionis. But we chose Giannis. Different strokes, dude.
Picking up right where you left.
No, we're saying you have to guard your heart.
Right.
Can't go just all in, and then if it falls apart, then now your heart's in shatters.
Didn't realize you were Romeo out here putting your heart out on your sleeve. Sorry, dude.
All good now. Now.
Yeah, we're good because we got Greek Freak. Always wanted him. That's my guy, dude.
You are an ass.
That's my guy, dude.
You are an ass.
I've wanted Giannis longer than you guys have wanted Giannis. I was doing Giannis conspiracy theories back in 2020. Where were you guys?
If you would have saw two chickens out there hooping, you would have like.
How's that 3-point shot?
Exactly. Exactly. Better than Giannis.
Don't need Giannis to shoot threes. Just need him to dominate. Dominate, dude.
Oh, please.
That's our show today, everybody.
Be better tomorrow.
What?
No, he's just gonna be worse tomorrow.
You called a goalie who's from Russia Sergio. And you're telling me to be better? You literally ignored me when I was just repeating your take to you, and you're telling me to be better? You be better.
Muchas gracias.
Talk to them. No fuse, you lose.
That's why I call you and I want to ask you a question and I just go, never mind. No fuse, you lose. That's why.
Text